hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. President Trump says he's not happy with the border wall deal and he's weighing his options.
The president says he's studying the details of the bipartisan agreement, but on the surface, he says he's not thrilled.
I'm not happy about it. It's not doing the trick.
The deal includes only $1.4 billion for the wall, not the $5.7 billion he wants. Even so, he says he'll deliver on his promise.
It's very simple. We're building a wall.
The president says he hopes there's not another government shutdown, but if there is one, it'll be the Democrats' fault. Ray Clugston, the White House.
A New York City police detective fatally shot. A so-called friendly fire incident in Queens happened last night as officers confronted a robbery suspect turned out to be armed with a fake gun. New York Mayor Bill de Blasio calling it a very difficult and painful night for the city.
We lost a very good man, Detective Brian Simonson. 18 years on the job, protecting the people of this city.
That from WNYW-TV. The suspect's a 27-year-old man with a lengthy criminal history. Attorneys for a Mexican drug lord vowing to appeal his conviction in federal court in New York.
Joaquin Guzman was convicted on an array of drug trafficking and conspiracy charges, but his lawyer, Jeffrey Lichtman, says the drug kingpin, nicknamed El Chapo, didn't take it that badly.
He's a very upbeat guy, and he was bringing our spirits up. Which is surprising.
Lichtman says he'll appeal. He maintains the defense was limited in its ability to cross-examine former drug collaborators. Guzman was convicted of smuggling tons of cocaine, heroin, and meth into the United States, using torture and murder to control the Sinaloa drug cartel. Warren Levinson, New York.
Powerful winter storms spreading lots of snow and ice from the Midwest into New England, causing all kinds of travel problems. Those regions not out of the woods just yet. Dow futures up 48 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Come on, kids. We're late.
Honey, the car won't start.
Mom, the dog just sat on my science project.
Life can be stressful, but getting life insurance shouldn't be. That's why there's Ethos. Ethos is a modern kind of life insurance that's super fast, incredibly affordable, and very uncomplicated. At GetEthos.com, there are no medical exams for policies covering under $1 million, no hours of paperwork, or meetings with pushy representatives. It only takes 2 minutes to apply, and you can rest assured knowing you've taken steps to protect your family. And in most cases, with Ethos, you can have that peace of mind for less than a cup of coffee a day, with no hidden fees. Having life insurance can free you from stress. Getting life insurance shouldn't cause it. Discover how uncomplicated life insurance can be at Ethos. Get your free instant quote and submit your complete application in minutes. Just go to GetEthos.com. That's ETHOS. GetEthos.com. GetEthos.com.
A tri-political party that took the unprecedented and ultimately unsuccessful step of nominating a member of the royal family as its candidate for prime minister, now fighting for its political life.
After a warning from King Waichuranonghorn, the Election Commission disqualified Princess Ubonrat on Monday and has now recommended the dissolution of the party that nominated her, one that's affiliated with the exiled former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra. That decision must now be taken by the Constitutional Court, a conservative body with a history of ruling against pro-Thaksin parties. If the party is disbanded quickly, it will all but finish the hopes of Mr. Thaksin's allies to win next month's election and prevent the military government from retaining its hold on power.
That's BBC correspondent Jonathan Head reporting from Bangkok, Thailand. News and analysis at townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. U.S. military wants to expand its use of warfare-oriented artificial intelligence.
The Pentagon has outlined its first AI strategy in a report which calls for more AI systems throughout the military, from intelligence gathering to predicting maintenance and repair on military hardware. Ethically, deployment of such technology must adhere to a 2012 U.S. directive that requires humans to be in control of such technology. This brave new military environment
Good morning, bud.
also touches questions concerning international norms and human rights. George Banzani reporting.
Workers in the newly renamed North Macedonia have started replacing road signs reflecting their country's name change from Macedonia. Follows a deal with neighboring Greece to end a nearly 3 decades-long dispute and secure NATO membership. And again on Wall Street this morning, Dow futures up 48 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
My name is Jay Jackson. I'm the general manager at J.M. Jackson Chevrolet. If it's been a while since you've been to see it, or you've never been to J.M. Jackson, I would like to personally invite you to come see us.
Buy it the right way, the J.M. Jackson way.
Carrie Laney and Joy Laney, sales managers.
While some things change, some things remain the same.
Like excellent customer service and treating you like family.
Come see us at J.M. Jackson Chevrolet Buick.
And remember, buy your car the right way, the J.M. Jackson way.
Western Sports Patrick Cross. Anthony Davis scored just 3 points on 1 of 9 shooting in New Orleans' blowout loss at home to Orlando, 118-88. After the game, the 5-time All-Star said, quote, "Nobody was interested in playing, including myself." The 25-year-old star forward has told the Pelicans he does not want to play for the team anymore. Golden State won their 5th in a row, 115-108 over Utah, and increased their Western Conference lead to 3 games over Idle Denver. Gordon Hayward scored 26 points, including a go-ahead three-pointer with a minute 50 remaining as Boston beat Philadelphia 112-109. Hayward says he was able to play an all-around game.
The points are one thing. It's going to be different each night just with the nature of our team. I was able to hit some shots tonight, but, I can always contribute on the defensive end. And that's just playing hard and being in the right spot.
Celtics 4th in the East. San Antonio beat Memphis 108-107 as the Spurs broke a 4-game losing skid. Rookie Trae Young had 22 points, leading Atlanta past the Lakers 117-113. This is SRN Sports. Top 25 action. Number 2 Duke overcame a 23-point second-half deficit to win at 16th ranked Louisville 71-69. Number 19 LSU defeated number 5 Kentucky 73-71, ending the Wildcats' 10-game winning streak. Penn State upset Big Ten leader and 6th ranked Michigan 75-69. Number 10 Marquette beat DePaul 92-73. It was 11th ranked Michigan State 67. Number 20 Wisconsin 59. In the NHL League points leader Tampa Bay doubled up Calgary 6-3. Flames defenseman Mark Giordano with the first period power play goal says there was a chance to win this game.
I thought when we got it to 3-2, we should have really bear down and started putting pucks in and just can't turn over the puck against them. They're too good, so disappointing.
Columbus beat Washington 3-0. It was Buffalo 3-1 over the Islanders. Dallas 3, Florida 0. Boston 6, Chicago 3. Carolina 4, Ottawa 1. Philadelphia 5, Minnesota 4. Winnipeg 4-3 of the Rangers. St. Louis 8, New Jersey 3. Detroit 3, Nashville 2. Toronto 5, Colorado 2. Arizona 5, 2 over Vegas. With SRN Sports, I'm Patrick Foss.
It's opening weekend at Riddle Pace Field for Troy Baseball. Come join us this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as the Trojans take on Central Michigan. Friday 6 p.m. game will feature buy one, get one free tickets. And the first 500 fans receive a Troy baseball poster. Saturday's doubleheader at 1 and 4 will be Kids Takeover Day. Free admission for kids 12 and under, plus an inflatable bounce house. For tickets, visit TroyTrojans.com/tickets. And we'll see you this Friday through Sunday. Opening weekend at Riddle Pace Field.
With an SRN News Business Brief, I'm George Manzani. As the U.S. and China continue to talk trade, the president hints at flexibility on a March 2nd deadline.
President Trump says he's not inclined to extend the deadline, but could make an exception.
If we're close to a deal, where we think we can make a real deal and it's going to get done, I could see myself letting that slide for a little while.
He also says the U.S. is negotiating from a position of strength. Greg Clugston, the White House.
At home, 2 measures of economic strength were the December job openings figure, up to 7.3 million according to the Labor Department, and the Energy Department has a forecast for an increase in U.S. oil production this year. On the downside, U.S. national debt topping $22 trillion, and California's governor foregoing a $77 billion plan for high-speed rail. U.S. stocks up Tuesday with the S&P gaining 34, the Dow up a big 372, and the NASDAQ gaining 106. With SRN Business, I'm George Manzani.
Andalusia Auto Parts honors our fighting men and women of the military and all of the veterans who have gone before you. We salute you and thank you for your sacrifice. We understand freedom comes with a price. Our prayers go with you and your families. Stay safe, stay strong, and may God bless America. This military tribute from Andalusia Auto Parts. For the best prices and service, give them a call at 222-1195. That's 222-1195.
Governor Kay Ivey has announced a plan to build 3 new regional prisons that will house thousands of prisoners. With the news flash, I'm Trey Westerberg on your hometown radio station 1290 WOPP. The governor said the Alabama Department of Corrections is seeking proposals from contractors. After reviewing those, the administration will then decide how to proceed. The former bookkeeper at a church thrift store is charged with stealing more than $100,000 from the operation. 39-year-old Aaron Glenn is free on bond after being accused of embezzling from a thrift store owned by the Mobile Catholic Archdiocese. charges. Court records show she's charged with theft. Records also show money was missing between 2015 and 2018. Alabama is getting a new area code. AT&T says the 659 area code will be used in parts of west central Alabama in April. The new code will be an addition to the 205 area code, not a replacement for it. With the news flash, I'm Trey Westerberg on your hometown radio station 1290 WOPP.
With Zillow, you're not just
And Blossoms, Spring Horse Ride, Saturday, March the 2nd, Geneva State Forest Lake. Registration 8:30 until 9:30, ride out at 10. Donation of $10 or more greatly appreciated. Overnight primitive camping, $2 per person over 15. Proceeds support community education and recreation at Geneva State Forest. For more information, check out our Facebook page or call Donna 334-343-0271.
Manage your debit cards at the touch of a button. CCB's mobile app now provides you with more confidence and peace of mind with our new Card Valet feature. Card Valet gives you greater control and security over using your debit card. Turn your debit card on and off, receive alerts, and manage usage restrictions at the touch of a button. Just one more way CCB makes your life easier. CCB Community Bank, serving our community since 1947. Member FDIC.
Quicken Loans presents the Sports Flash, driven by Jeep on your hometown station, 1290 WOPP. College basketball saw Alabama fall to Mississippi State 81-62 in Starkville Tuesday night. Crimson Tide dropping to 6-5 in the SEC. Kyra Lewis led Alabama with 17 points. Tevin Mack with 13. Dante Hall had 11 points with 7 rebounds. But Alabama could not overcome a 13-point halftime deficit. Back in action Saturday, hosting the Florida Gators. Auburn in action tonight, taking on the Ole Miss Rebels. The Tigers had a 3-game win streak snapped on Saturday with a loss to LSU in Baton Rouge. They're 16-7 overall, 5-5 in the SEC, while the Rebels have won 2 straight. Thursday at Daytona, NASCAR will run the dual 150 races to determine the rest of the running order for Sunday's Daytona 500. The front row already locked up. William Byron on the pole along with Alex Bowman. Visit your local Jeep dealer for the Jeep's President's Day sales event. I'm Tony DeZuri on your hometown station, 1290 WOPP.
Bring your loved one to Docks and celebrate Valentine's Day with us from 5 p.m. until 8 p.m. We will have a Lovebird special. That includes a 16-ounce steak, 4 sides, 2 rolls, $29.99. Also on the menu, 12-ounce and 16-ounce steaks, chicken finger plates, catfish plates, and hamburger steaks. While you're there, be sure to register for the Valentine gift set to be given away. We look forward to serving you at Doc's Country Store, Valentine's Day, 5 o'clock until 8 p.m. Phone number 493-4004. Also on the menu for Friday night, sterling silver ribeye steaks, 12-ounce, $19.99. Sterling silver ribeye steaks, 16-ounce, $23.99. Chicken finger plates, 4-piece, fried or grilled, $9.99. Catfish plate, 2-piece, fried or grilled, $10.99. Hamburger steak plate, $9.99. Served with 2 sides, plus roll or hush puppies. Fries, baked potatoes, baked beans, potato salad, or salad. Tea, of course, sweet or unsweet. Fountain drinks and desserts can be had. Oh, yeah. Where are we talking about? Doc's on Friday night, 5 o'clock until 8 p.m. Doc's Country Store.
Yo.
The Australian Supercar Series is working with IndyCar on a joint event at Surfers Paradise.
How about those
in
Bobcats?
Australia. The 2 series
Yeah,
will
that
work
was a monster
together on the
win.
event rather than separate race events, which means the infrastructure would be in place to make it easier for IndyCar to race at Surfers Paradise. The race event could happen within the next couple of years. Jimmy Johnson won the Advanced Auto Parts Clash at Daytona Sunday. The Clash winner has gone on to win the Daytona 500 just 5 times.
Well, it was actually closer in the score.
A late race crash that knocked Paul
They just blew it away last quarter.
He collected 17 of the 20 cars in the field. Menard says that Johnson's aggressive side drafting caused the accident, but Johnson says he doesn't wreck people to win races. That's your Mahindra Race Flash.
Powered by SB Nation Radio.
Cars that sound like this. Trust Pennzoil Synthetics to protect their engines in extreme conditions. Top racing teams know that Pennzoil Synthetics give them the performance to help them succeed. And your car's engine deserves the same. Because your daily commute is no less important. Get complete protection for top engine performance, just like the pros. Go to Pennzoil.com/oil change offer to save. Terms apply.
It's an amazing song.
Just kind of happened. Took about 10 minutes, I guess.
Art, you didn't write this song in 10 minutes. It took a lifetime. How'd you do this?
You know, I've never told anybody my story. When I was 11 years old, life was tough.
Where's Mama?
She's gone. She don't want me no more. She don't want you neither.
And I've always loved music. And I found some songs that I held on to. It gave me hope.
Mercy me, that can't be his real voice.
Because I needed it. Dad, I can do this.
No, you can't. And you're going to blink your eyes and you're going to realize that life has gotten you nowhere because you chased some stupid dream.
I'm leaving, Shan.
I want you to know that I pray for you all the time. And I hope that you find whatever it is that you're looking for out there.
I wrote this song for my dad.
I can only imagine. Showing Sunday, March the 3rd, 6 p.m., No Emission, Westview Baptist Church, here in
the Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Hear Rich's forecast hourly on these Blue Water Broadcasting radio stations.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Rich here on this Wednesday morning. It is the 13th day of February, 4:02 in the morning, temperature 39 degrees out of the airport and heading downward. Yesterday morning, I stood here and told you that to expect some strong, possibly severe storms, some of which that could produce wind damage and maybe a brief tornado. Well, we didn't see a tornado, but we certainly saw some damage reports, most notably that damage in Wetumpka. And some people are asking, why didn't the National Weather Service issue a warning? Well, it was very close to the warning criteria. You had to have 58-mile-an-hour winds. It was so close. And, of course, hindsight is 20/20. But anyway, that's the deal there. So now let's look forward. A very active 7 to 10 days ahead, and I'll walk you through the details. There's been significant revisions in the weekend forecast as far as rain chances and temperatures. We'll get into that. First, let's talk about this chilly air.
Chilly air is funneling in this morning. We'll be in the 30s for a couple of mornings, but the cold Arctic air is still bottled up in Canada right now. This afternoon looks like a pretty nice day. High pressure over Mississippi. Temperatures cruising near the 60-degree mark. Plenty of sunshine. A nice break in what's going to be a very active pattern. Tonight's low in the mid-30s. North wind 6 to 12. And then I think tomorrow is a quiet day as well. With a chilly start in the morning, we'll warm up into the 60s tomorrow. But that's the end of the quiet pattern because a series of disturbances will start to affect us. Here's Friday, showing a frontal system just north of us. More scattered showers returning to the forecast on Friday. I don't think there'll be any thunderstorms, but, you know, showers around from time to time. And as the front stalls...
Are you an old Gulf Coast wrestling fan?
Showers will continue at times. Temperatures cruising near the 70
Or did you miss Gulf Coast?
Here's Sunday,
It was on Channel 4.
Yeah, I used to watch it.
Mario Glento, you go that far back?
I don't
His
think
daughter's
it's a
going to be in
severe
town
weather situation,
Saturday.
But this time of the year, every storm system is suspect. On Monday, more scattered showers.
Trooper Joe's got a book about the Gulf Coast wrestling and all. And
mid-60s tomorrow.
He's going to give it to her.
Maybe some storms, some showers rather
Trivia.
Thursday night into Friday.
Inviting people
Friday's
to
high,
the
around
Mexican
70,
place at
same
6
thing
o'clock
Saturday
Saturday
and Sunday,
night.
with scattered showers around from time to time. Maybe some thunderstorms in the mix on Sunday, and more scattered showers Monday. Then we're looking ahead to that next big storm system beyond Monday. This is Tuesday, showing a significant storm system approaching from the west. Scattered showers, maybe some thunderstorms. In fact, I think by Tuesday night, we'll have to be watching for maybe some stronger storms. You know, could it be severe? We're too far out to say, but I think that needs to be watched. We're looking for signs of Arctic air, and the Arctic floodgates stay closed for now. This is Sunday, February 24th. Still no signs, but here is a day when the Arctic floodgates were really open. On this date in 1899, February 13th, all-time
Good morning, Ed.
Places like Birmingham with
David,
and Mobile,
Kenny,
-1, and
Kenny
Montgomery,
Wood, still alive. Gee whiz.
Tallahassee -2, and ice floating on the Mississippi River south of New Orleans. On
Carla.
1899, the all-time coldest day.
So as we
And
the next
I think I done said
we'll
and.
continue to evaluate each one of these storm systems that'll be racing through the area one after another to see which one could possibly have the potential for severe storms. 'Tis the season for that, as you well know. Next week, by the way, is Severe Weather Preparedness Week, or Severe Weather Awareness Week, same thing. Live on the radio this morning, 6 to 9, News Talk 93.1, live on CBS 8 and ABC 32 at 5:50 and 6:40 a.m. You got that right. And another video for you first thing tomorrow morning at 4:45 a.m. Your forecast, whatever you wanted, on the Blue Water family of stations. Have a good day today. It's going to be nice. I'll see you later.
The results are in, and the people's choice for best internet and TV goes to Extreme, powered by Mediacom. If you need internet that delivers a superior performance, including future-forward speeds up to 1 gig, and smarter TiVo-powered TV that delivers more star power to every screen, switch to Extreme now and get up to 62% off for 1 year. That's Extreme Internet, TV, and phone for as low as $21.66 each a month for 1 year when bundled. With ultra-fast and home Wi-Fi, the new Extreme Voice Remote, and no contract included. It's clear why Extreme is the winning choice. Hurry, call 800-SIMPLIFY now for details. You'll see why more people choose Extreme, powered by Mediacom. Call 800-SIMPLIFY today. Available to qualified new customers only. Switching from current internet provider. Price doesn't include activation, installation, motor rental, local broadcast station surcharge, regional sports surcharge, taxes and fees. Additional restrictions may apply. Not available in all areas.
Praying together is probably the most important thing that we can do.
This is Focus on the Family Minute. Pastor Craig Rochelle describes how one of the best ways to have a thriving relationship with your spouse is by regularly praying together.
In fact, because when you think about it, when you pray together every single day, it's really hard to fight if you know you're going to pray. It's really hard to get off into the weeds and do things that are hurtful and sinful if you're praying together. It really helps to build intimacy when you're praying together, and yet the reality is most Christian couples still don't do it. And if I can just be really transparent, I'm a pastor, and if there's anybody who should have been doing it the whole time, it should have been me and my wife Amy. The reality is, in the early years of our marriage, we simply didn't do it.
When you pray with your spouse, you grow closer and build true intimacy. More from Craig at FamilyMinute.org. Let's power savings. Do you have an electric water heater? Here are some money-saving tips. Whenever possible, use cold water for household tasks like washing clothes. And keep your water heater set at 120 degrees. That'll cool down your energy bill and prevent scalding. This message from Covington Electric Cooperative. We value your membership. We value you.
This is Ward's Daily Almanac. I'm W.B. Ward. Today's Wednesday, February 13th, and today was the final original appearance of a popular comic strip. That and more on Ward's Daily Almanac. It's a story from the Old West and features Gage Colton, an ex-con man turned Christian searching for the man who killed his father. But after witnessing the gunfight in Tombstone, Gage is forced to change his plans. Also meet Shawana Christie, a young Cheyenne woman bent on revenge as she searches desperately for her father's killer. Hear the exciting story from the novel Wild Heart, written by Shannon Nicole Wells. Wild Heart is now available as an audiobook from Audible.com, Amazon, and iTunes. Get Wild Heart at WBWard.com. Among those born today, talk show host Jerry Springer. Other birthdays today include Chuck Yeager, Tim Novak, Stucker Channing, and Peter Gabriel. The Protectors of Copyright Infringement organized on this date in 1914. Today was when the American Society of Composers and Authors, also known as ASCAP, was formed. According to reports, Ralston Purina had been dumped around for large amounts of hexane in the sewer system beneath Louisville, Kentucky. Yet on this date in 1981, the fumes exploded, destroying almost 2 miles of the city's streets. Today in 1991, Sotheby's announced a rare find. A librarian in California had been sorting through some old trunks left to her by her late aunt and had discovered the original handwritten manuscript of Mark Twain's Huckleberry Finn. Today in the year 2000, the comic strip Peanuts made its final appearance.
Guess who I got a call from wanting to come back to work?
Schultz had died the day before, leaving a legacy of
Who's that?
triumph
Jody.
that would be remembered for decades to come. That's a look at Wednesday, February 13th. To find out what happened on this or any other day of the year, just visit my website at WBWard.com. That address again is
Something my bell rang last week. I said, Jody's been with this one about as long as he normally was one. I bet I'll be getting a call soon. He averages about 2 years. Been 2.5.
Buck dancing, greasy pole climbing, kid rides, jazz music by Slim and the Soulful Saints.
Still straight.
Several local artists, including Op's own Nashville recording artist, Martin McDaniel. On Saturday, Tyler Farr. And on Sunday at 3 p.m., Craig Morgan hits the stage. Tickets are on sale now at City Hall, $10 in advance or $15 at the gate. Kids under 6 are free. Gates open at 8 a.m. Saturday and 10 a.m. Sunday. Come on out and have a good time at the Rattlesnake Rodeo.
The Opp Farmers Co-op and the Opp Stockyard Big and Small Equipment Sale Auction. Saturday, March the 2nd. Small equipment at 8 a.m., large equipment at 9. We'll be accepting large equipment for sale beginning February the 15th. Before you unload the equipment, call Mike, 334-475-0412. Henry, 850-890-6068. Or Bobby, 334-300-0471. And bring in the small equipment the week before the sale. The sale kicks off March and Rodeo Month in Opp. The Farmers Co-op Opp Stock Market Big and Small Equipment Auction, March the 2nd. The Opp Stockyard, 915 Florella Highway. New sale day is Tuesdays, 1 p.m. At the Opp Stockyard, we want our customers to know that our commissions and hauling rates are cheaper than anyone in
Got
the
Neil
area.
Illinois on big time yesterday.
Please call John
Who that?
Edwards at
Neil Illinois tire.
Oh,
Over there in Sweat. Got him on 2 months, $225 a month.
We look forward to seeing you at the Opp Stockyard each
Good start.
Tuesday. Sale begins at 1 p.m. Neil Tyndall Tire is now in the new tire business. Firestone, Nexon, and Americas. Financing Tyndall Tire makes it easy. Located at 105 Sunders Road, the first left after the bypass headed to Kentstein. Terms and financing, 6 months, same as cash. Tyndall Tire makes it easy. Been in the wholesale business for 7 years, over 6,000 used tires in stock. Now the retail, Neil Tyndall Tire. Financing, Tyndall Tire makes it easy. For any budget, phone 334-493-0892. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram.
Here's your WeatherBug LA weather. I'm Ron Tanner. For this morning, we expect sunny skies on a high of 64 today. It'll be clear and cold tonight on a 36. Then a mostly sunny Thursday with a high of 70. There's a chance for showers Thursday night. Humidity mostly high and mild with a low of 52. There's a 20% chance of rain Friday. Humidity mostly high with a high of 72. For the weekend, there's a 2 in 10 chance for shower activity Saturday with a high of 75. There's a chance for showers. We have an afternoon thunderstorm on Sunday. Humidity mostly high with a high of 73. That's the latest Lower Alabama weather here in WOPP.
Hey, 41 is our low this morning. Big difference in yesterday morning, isn't it? The winds are from the south, maybe a mile. The official sunrise at 6:29. The official sunset 5:31. Much colder or cooler than yesterday. 0 chance of rain, however, for today. We had plenty of rain yesterday. 42 degrees here at the studios, WOPP. We'll be talking about a little basketball, and we'll be talking a little bit about some baseball and softball coming up at 9:05 this morning. Who knows what else may be coming up. Triple VN. And Jay and I'll talk about a big win for the Bobcats at 7:05 this morning. Actually, we're having on sports coming up, but who knows what else we might get around to. Do I want to do that or do I want to do that? I think we'll do this and then we'll get to the news.
At Hardee's, we love to surprise people. Not like getting summoned to jury duty or mistaking your backpack for a parachute. Our surprises are good, like adding our delicious loaded omelet biscuit to our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. Choose between our loaded omelet biscuit, our tasty Frisco breakfast sandwich, our bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, or our savory sausage and egg biscuit. Get any 2 for $4. It's the best kind of surprise. I mean, it's no pulling into a paid parking meter, but it's a close second.
Hardee's because it tastes better.
Offer available for
Thomason. President Trump making no bones about it. He is not happy with the bipartisan border security deal, but he's not saying whether he'll sign the pact. The deal includes only $1.4 billion for the wall, not the $5.7 billion he wants. Many of the president's highest-profile supporters urge him to reject the deal.
As the president evaluates the agreement signed off by Republicans and Democrats, he's already getting pressure from some of his most influential surrogates. Both Sean Hannity and Laura Ingraham of Fox News are blasting the deal. Hannity calls it garbage, and Ingraham calls it a charade. The president himself isn't happy either, but he also says he doesn't want another government shutdown.
That's White House correspondent.
I think you'll sign it and say we'll be back next year for more.
In Queens, New York. A tragic case of one officer mistakenly shooting and killing a fellow officer as New York City police responded to an armed robbery call at a cell phone store. The suspect, 27-year-old man, who New York Police Commissioner James O'Neill says was armed with a fake handgun.
Make no mistake about it. Friendly fire aside, it's because of the actions of the suspect that Detective Simonson is dead. The suspect, a 27-year-old resident and career criminal, was shot multiple times. He was taken by ambulance from the scene to Booth Memorial Hospital in Queens, where he's listed in stable condition.
That's from WNYW-TV. Attorneys for Joaquin El Chapo Guzman say they will appeal the Mexican drug lord's conviction on charges stemming from his operation of an industrial-scale drug smuggling operation. He's been accused of smuggling 200 tons of cocaine and resorting to torture and murder to cement his control over the Sinaloa drug cartel. Wall Street this morning, Dow futures up 66 points, S&P futures 6 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
CCB time is 6:32. Time for you to drop by CCB here and out, meet our local staff, talk over our local community activities, talk over your banking needs. Member FDIC. Good morning. I'm Robert Booth.
I'm Jay Michael.
For Dateline Action News, brought to you by
Opportunity EMS,
TNC Pharmacy,
Southern Independent Bank,
The Farmers IGA,
Power South,
JR's Lawn Workshop,
The Woodmore,
and Mizell Memorial Hospital.
Well, First Baptist Church of Wetumpka Pastor Dr. James Troglin confirmed church members voted Sunday to return a donation from the Wind Creek casinos. The $25,000 was one of 3 donation checks presented by a team from Wind Creek nearly a week after a tornado destroyed or severely damaged a number of structures in the city's downtown area. Troglin said his congregation was extremely moved by the donation and said it's a clear indicator of the shared appreciation the church and the casino have for each organization's contributions to the Wetumpka community. But according to Troglin, the church has a specific policy about accepting monetary donations. He said the church never cashed the check it was given, and at a regularly scheduled business meeting on Sunday, a majority of church members who voted were against keeping the money from the casino. While the vote was not unanimous, Troglin said that he does not support legalized gambling and that members who share that view felt it would be a conflict of interest to accept funds from the casino.
The former head of a Florida Panhandle Chamber of Commerce could go to prison after pleading guilty to security fraud. Judy Moorhead, age 61, admitted to Henry County Circuit Court she built investors during a scheme that violated Alabama Securities Commission regulations. Moorhead misrepresented herself as a financial advisor, accepted about $300,000 from victims, and used the money to pay personal expenses unrelated to the investments per indictment. Prosecutors, as part of the plea agreement, dismissed 4 other charges against Moorhead, 1 each against her son and husband, charged in the bogus investment scheme. Following her arrest, Moorhead resigned as CEO of Navarra, Florida Chamber of Commerce. She will be sentenced March the 8th in Abbeville and faces up to 20 years.
Reports of apparent wind damage are coming in from Elmore, Autauga, and Montgomery counties after a strong storm swept across the state yesterday morning. Alabama power crews are continuing to work to restore service to customers affected by storms. At 4 p.m., there were approximately 510 customers in central Alabama without service. In Autauga County, the Emergency Management Agency says there are multiple trees down in Prattville. There are no reports of injuries at this point. In Montgomery County, one person reported multiple employee vehicles at the Hyundai plant near Hope Hole had their windows knocked out and that a light pole was bent over in the storm. And in Elmore County, EMA Director Keith Barnett said there are reports of multiple trees down. The city of Wetumpka reported some trees were on vehicles, but damage to structure were limited.
A former pastor intern now living in Alabama has been arrested and charged with sexual abuse in South Carolina more than 40 years ago. Spartan County Sheriff Lieutenant Mike Bobo said in a news release that 63-year-old Peter William Cooper of Elmore, Alabama, has been returned to South Carolina to face the charge of lewd act on a minor in 1976. Bobo said deputies began investigating after an investigator with the Robertsdale, Alabama Police Department called in October. That agency had received a complaint about sexual abuse that could not charge the suspect. Bobo said investigators determined Cooper was a youth intern pastor at Central Church of Christ in Spartanburg in 1976, and the offense occurred at the victim's home during the Bible study. Greenville is investigating another case.
Well, despite what may be long odds, the Birmingham City Council, or a city council member, is pushing to bring the Oakland Raiders to Legion Field later this year.
Cool.
The Oakland Raiders do not have a lease agreement to continue to play their games in California. The team is moving to Las Vegas next year. Birmingham City Councilman William Parker, who sits on the Parks and Recreation Board, says, why not Birmingham? You have to think out of the box sometimes. We know it will be a one-year marriage, but we are at the altar waiting for the Raiders to walk down the aisle, Parker said. Parker has contacted a Tucson attorney who similarly wants to bring the Raiders to their city for the year. The idea would be to split the games between the two cities. Parker said he has spoken with what he calls folks in the Raiders community, but not the Raiders owner, Mark Davis, or the NFL.
Alabama Governor Kay Ivey announced Monday the state will begin accepting bids to create 3 new mega prisons in an effort to consolidate older facilities. The plan would include building 3 new regional prisons that would house between 3 and 3,500 inmates. One of the prisons would be specialty prison for inmates with mental illnesses. The Alabama Department of Correction Commissioner Jeff Dunn said new prisons would help fix the problem. The current prisons pose a great risk to public safety and are in poor shape. The system that we have right now is causing challenges, says Dunn. Dunn says an estimated cost for the prison would be around $900 million. Ivey says all options are on the table on how the state would pay for the prisons. The state could hire a contractor to lease the facility to the state, which would not require legislative approval. The state could also issue a bond, which needs approval from lawmakers. Lawmakers rejected a bond issue for a similar plan in the past because of the concerns that the closing prisons in these regions would have significant impact on the economy of those areas. Don said in the long run, the new prisons would pay for themselves because of the cost savings from closing the older prisons. Check your time. It is now 6:38 here at WOPP.
Boy, it would be nice if we could get one of those down here.
Yep. Pretty near. They ain't got no choice but to close them. I mean, and do new ones. Feasibility is unreal.
We will not be undersold. It won't be long before you're looking for that new piece of equipment. Please think of JR's. We have financing available, we have pickup and delivery available, and we're located right here in Alabama, down here in the Mill Village. JR's Lawnmower Shop, Alabama.
Mizell Memorial Hospital wants you to know when you respond to a stroke, every minute counts. Use the acronym FAST, FAST, to know if it is a stroke. FACE, numbness or tingling, severe headache or difficulty seeing.
Arms, numbness or weakness. Speech, trouble speaking or slurred speech. Time. If you observe any of these signs, call 911 immediately. Mizell Memorial Hospital is a member of Southeast Alabama Medical Center Stroke Care Network and can provide patients with the highest level of advanced stroke care, which means a coordinated and quicker response time for our patients. Mizell Memorial Hospital, every day making a difference.
Betty Sperling Foley, age 87, a resident of Alba, passed away Monday at her home. Graveside services will be held at Evergreen Cemetery on Thursday at 11 a.m. Visitation will be at Hayes Funeral Home, 10 a.m. until 10:45 Thursday. Betty Sperling Foley is survived by a son, Timothy Foley. Tony Hall, age 53, of Andalusia, passed away Sunday. Survived by daughter, Michelle Stupovich, mother, Betty Case James, sisters, Wendy Bergman and Sidney James. Brothers, Keith James and wife Robin, Jerry Hall and wife Karen, Denise Hall. Services for Tony Hall will be Friday at 2 p.m. from the Evans Funeral Home. Visitation will be 1 hour before services. James Bryant J.B. McCathan, Jr., age 53, of Ocala, passed away February the 3rd in Ocala. He'll be forever remembered by his wife, Lee, brothers Kevin and Gary, sister Brenda Conyers, parents Norma, Luke, and Jolie's nieces and nephews. Funeral services for James Bryant J.B. McCathan will be this Saturday, 11 a.m. at the Pleasant Home Baptist Church. The family will be receiving friends 9:30 until service time. Burial will be at the church cemetery. Memorial donations may be made to the Ocala Farm Ministry in Ocala or the Old Friends Farm in Georgetown, Kentucky. Rusty Shane Townsend, age 38, of Florella, passed away Sunday. Survived by mother Juanita Rayburn Townsend, brothers Andy Townsend and wife Dora, Tim Townsend and sisters Robin Townsend and Calesta Manning. Services for Rusty Townsend will be Sunday at 3 p.m. at the Evans Funeral Home. Visitation will be 1 hour before services. Jean Sasser, age 81, of Florella, passed away Sunday. Survived by daughter Tracy Worrell, husband Dennis, son Lynn Sasser, wife Charée, 5 grandchildren, numerous great-grandchildren, brother Rex Qualls and wife Mary Ann. Funeral services for Jean Sasser to be announced by Evans Funeral Home.
Funerals are added to our local news as soon as possible after receiving them from the funeral home. Funerals are also posted daily on the WOPP Facebook page. This week's specials at the Farmers IGA.
Sugar-Doll Shank portion smoked hams, $1.28 a pound. Fresh chicken tenders, $1.98 a pound. Fresh pork baby back spare ribs, $2.99 a pound. Boneless New York strip steak, $5.98 a pound. Essential everyday medium eggs, 1 dozen, 99 cents. IGA mayo, 30 ounces, 2 for $3. Del Monte ketchup, 24 ounces, 77 cents. Casey Masterpiece barbecue sauce, 18 ounces, 88 cents. California iceberg lettuce, 99 cents a head.
Shop your hometown proud Farmers IGA in Lamar Plaza. Savings plus service equals IGA.
911 will not dispatch us. Be sure to call direct 493-0911. Working today, working tomorrow, and working in the future. Opportunity EMS, offering limited mobility transportation, providing transportation for doctors, dialysis, rehab, therapy, family visits, church, funeral. Call direct Opportunity EMS in Op 493-0911. Andalusia 881-0911, Florella 858-2503 or 858-3911. Oldest Advanced Life Support Ambulance Service in Covington County. Opportunity EMS. 911 will not dispatch us. Be sure to call direct 493-0911. Press release from Drug Task Force this past Thursday. They conducted a stop on Foreman Circle here in Op for several traffic infractions. During the course of the stop, it was determined that the driver, Daniel Ray Jackson, was in possession of a loaded .45 caliber handgun and a loaded AK-47. Jackson was placed under arrest for outstanding warrants. Agents are investigating further charges for weapon violations, possession of firearms, while being a convicted felon. The Drug Task Force also received information there were several subjects smoking marijuana at an apartment complex by the road. Agents arrived and seen the subject smoking marijuana. Josh Crenshaw, Reginald Thompson, and Odaris Wormack. They were all charged with possession of marijuana, second degree, possession of drug paraphernalia. The Drug Task Force agents also conducted a traffic stop on South Cotton Street in Andalusia for several traffic infractions. During the course of the stop, agents noticed the passenger attempting to swallow narcotics. Laterist Jones was placed under arrest for possession of controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia, and tampering with physical evidence. The driver, Corey Page, was found to be in possession of a smoking device used to consume controlled substance. Page was placed under arrest for possession of controlled substance and possession of drug paraphernalia. From the Opp Police Department on Monday night at 10:06 p.m., officers arrested a 21-year-old male of Andalusia for false identity to obstruction of justice on Martin Street. The male subject gave officers a false name because he had a misdemeanor warrant through the Andalusia Municipal Court. The Opp Police Department reporting 4 in their jail. Andalusia Police Department reporting 4 in their jail. Covington County Sheriff Department booked in 9. 1 for NW9, 3 counts of bad checks, 1 holding for another agency, 2 failure to appear, 1 violation of probation, 1 domestic violence, 3rd degree criminal mischief, 2 bond revocations, 1 for public intoxication, disorderly conduct, 9 release, 3 of those sent to the Department of Correction, 226 in the Covington County Jail. It's not about the needle, it's about the need. 1 pint of blood saves 3 lives. Give local, save lives. Life South, Community Blood Drive, Mizell Memorial Hospital, in the Bloodmobile, today, 11 o'clock until 5 p.m. Every donor receives a Fandango movie ticket. The Covington County Grassroots Alliance will be registering people to vote on Saturday between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. at 1103 South 3 Dodge Street East, across from BB&T Bank. To be eligible to vote, you must be 18 years old and an American or a naturalized citizen. Grand opening, Larry Norris, Physician's Assistant, Mizell Medical Clinic, Thursday, February the 21st, ribbon cutting reception at 2 p.m. Join us, meet Larry and his staff, tour the facility, enjoy refreshments and door prizes. 103 Memorial Avenue, Suite A, here in Opp. If you can't be there, join the WOPP Live Facebook broadcasts. We are now accepting nominations for the Grand Marshal of the world's smallest St. Patrick's Day Parade. The parade will be held on Saturday, March the 16th, in downtown Enterprise. If you or someone you know would like to be considered for the historical honor, contact the Enterprise Chamber of Commerce.
Buck Creek Baptist Church is partnering with Ironworks Men's Ministries to host their first ever men's conference this month. With men's ministry slacking all across the nation, Buck Creek Baptist Church's pastor Tyler Ingram said he wanted to do something about it. This is not the same conference that the Ironworks Ministries host during the summer, but something that Ingram wanted to participate in. Ingram said that the conference also isn't a recruiting tool for Buck Creek Baptist Church, but a way to reach men across the county. The conference will focus on forgiveness, marriage, and financial stability. David Pate from Real Word Outdoors will be the keynote speaker. Pate preaches to multitudes of people via social media, churches, wild game dinners, revivals, and outdoor events. There will also be a clay shoot and fellowship games after lunch. The cost to attend the men's conference is $20, and anybody is welcome. The deadline for registration is February the 18th. The event is set for 8 a.m. until 1 p.m. on Saturday, February the 23rd. And for more information, you can call 334-488-1386.
The Opp and Covington County Area Chamber of Commerce is now taking nominations for the 2019 Hall of Fame. Applications for making nominations for consideration by the Hall of Fame Selection Committee may be picked up at the Opp Chamber of Commerce at 200 South Main Street or downloaded at the Chamber's website. Deadline for submitting application is Friday, March the 8th. The February meeting of the Covington County Volunteer Organization Active in Disaster will be Tuesday, February the 19th at 5:30 p.m. at the Covington Baptist Association on Highway 84. We would like everyone that can to join us for our meeting. We are planning to have our trailer and supplies on site and laying out a mock drill at the meeting. This will include learning to set up cots and labeling a shelter with signage. That's the Volunteer Organization Active in Disaster meeting on Tuesday, February the 19th at 5:30 p.m. at the Covenant Baptist Association.
Over the years, technology has changed the way we do things. It's made your local electric system more efficient. It's improved power reliability. But one thing we haven't changed is our commitment to service. Our promise of reliable electric service remains strong because we believe in commitment to our customers. Even if the microchip gives way to laser technology, our commitment to service is etched in stone.
The Op City Utilities, your local Touchstone Energy cooperative.
On-the-go lifestyles call for on-the-go solutions. And the Southern Independent Bank mobile app is just that. Check account balances, pay bills, make deposits, and a lot more. All from the convenience of your mobile device. It's anytime banking from anywhere. Download the SIB mobile app from your app store today to get started. Southern Independent Bank, Op and Andalusia, the power of independence. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The Up Bobcats used a huge second half to knock off the Houston Academy Raiders 73-47 in the Class 3A sub-regions in Up Tuesday night. With the win, the Bobcats advanced to the Class 3A Southeast Regionals at the Garrett Coliseum on Saturday in Montgomery. Up will play Bullitt County at 4:30. Go Bobcats! Join us on Valentine's Day in Trojan Arena as the women's basketball team takes on Georgia State. We'll celebrate Valentine's Day with buy one, get one free tickets and free ice cream for the fans while the supply lasts. Need to grab a rose for your Valentine? Well, we'll have roses for the first 50 fans, courtesy of the Publix. Door opens at 5 Valentine afternoon, tip-off at 6. The 2019 Up High School Boosters Banquet is Thursday at 7 p.m. at Up Middle School Multipurpose Room. A steak dinner and a chance to win $5,000. Get your banquet ticket from a Booster Club officer. $100 donation, a meal for two, a chance for $5,000. Go Bobcats! Up High School 2019 baseball count. Join us for fun-filled morning. Hitting, pitching, throwing, catching, infield, outfield, guest speaker, and much more. This Friday, 9 o'clock until 12 noon. Registration 8:30 until 9. Op Sports Complex for grades 1st through the 6th. Cost is $35, includes a t-shirt. Any questions, call Coach Cassidy, 334-504-0906. The Up alumni game will be Friday at 7 p.m. at Merchants Field. You're invited to come on out and enjoy the game. There's no gate admission. Donation will be accepted for the baseball program. The 24th annual Swamp Supper is here, so let's have a gobbling good time. The cooking begins at 10 a.m. Guest speaker this year will be Nathan Duncan. There's all kinds of food to eat, like grilled quail, burgers, turkey, camp stew, rabbit, deer, frog legs, chicken, bacon, fish, jambalaya, gumbo, salt pork, alligator, and much more. Everyone's welcome to come set up, cook, and share. There's no cost. Rain or shine at the Tom Harbin Farm Center in Luverne. Men and boys only. For more information, call Steve DeFree, 334-304-0413, or Dennis Mosley, 334-670-1002. Boots and Blossoms. Spring Horse Ride, Saturday, March the 2nd, Geneva State Forest Lake. Registration 8:30 until 9:30. Ride out at 10. Donation of $10 or more greatly appreciated. Overnight primitive camping, $2 per person over 15. Proceeds support community education and recreation at Geneva State Forest. For more information, check out our Facebook page or call Donna, 334-343-0271. That's Dateline Action News. Ops only, locally owned and operated news service. Hear it first on WOPP and repeat it later across town.
Hometown shopping just makes sense.
This is your hometown.
Are you tired of calling your pharmacy and hearing this?
To refill a prescription, press 1. To hear pharmacy hours and information, press 3. To speak to the pharmacy,
Press 0.
Then hang up your phone and give us a call at 493-4517. TNC Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy, where you will talk directly to our friendly pharmacy staff members without having to remember which number to press. We'll gladly transfer your prescriptions from your current pharmacy to our pharmacy. Your insurance copay will be the same. If you pay cash, we offer competitive cash prices. So skip the hassle and give us a call at TNC Pharmacy, 101 Parish Avenue, Off Alabama.
Owners and staff of Woodmore want to invite everyone in the Austin surrounding area to come by and see what assisted living is all about. With extra clean facilities, wonderful homes, and around-the-clock staffing, the Woodmore is a place that anyone would love to call home. It's also a place that family members and friends will enjoy coming by to visit, talk, and spend time. Whether it's in the back sunroom, the den, or dining area, or strolling around the walking trail or pond, you and your family will always feel comfortable and welcome. That's what taking care of our seniors is all about. So give Donna a call at the Woodmore, 493-2721.
Here's your Wopp-Live LA weather. I'm Ron Tanner. For this morning, we expect sunny skies and a high of 64 today. Going to be clear and cold tonight, a low 36. Have a mostly sunny Thursday with a high of 70. There's a chance for showers Thursday night. Humidity mostly high and mild with a low of 52. There's a 20% chance of rain Friday. Humidity mostly high with a high of 72. For the weekend, there's a 2 in 10 chance for shower activity Saturday with a high of 75. There's a chance for showers. We could have an afternoon thunderstorm on Sunday. Humidity mostly high with a high of 73. That's the latest Lower Alabama weather here in WOPP.
I'm Jay Michael. And I'm Robert Booth. Valentine's Day Sweetheart Pet Photo Contest. Cat or dog, pig or fish, goat or horse, any pet welcome. Winner will be announced on the morning show Valentine's Day. Snap the sweetest picture of your pet and submit it to WOPP by 2 p.m. on February the 13th. If your photo is selected, you will win $100 bill. You heard Robert right. Win a $100 bill from your community radio station, WOPP.
Hey, 41 is our low this morning. The winds, well, they are from the south, maybe a mile. Not too sure about that. The official sunrise at 6:29. The official sunset at 5:31. Hey, we got a minute and 44 seconds longer daylight today. The total of 11 hours and 51 minutes. 42 degrees and the sun is shining out. Glad to see it shining out early for a change. Here at the studios of WOPP. Much cooler today than yesterday. Keep that in mind throughout the day. Hey, you don't like today's weather? Wait till tomorrow. Hey, it's Alabama weather, baby. One day it's hot, one day it's cold, one day it's mixture, next day, who knows? We'll probably have bikinis out by next week. Who knows? Once again, 42 degrees, sunny skies here at the studios of WOPP. Let me tell you about a big sweetheart special going on for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at the Country Kitchen. Sweetheart special, yes, 2 steaks, your choice, for $22.99 plus tax. You heard me right there. I got your attention, didn't it? A 16-ounce T-bone, or 12-ounce ribeye, or a 12-ounce New York strip, 2 sides, dessert, you heard me right, dessert, tea or coffee, 2 of them now for $22.99 this Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, or all 3 nights. You can go all 3 nights if you want to, but they decided to go ahead and do Friday and Saturday. A lot of people are going to be at the Bobcat Booster thing on Thursday night, and they understand that completely, supporting our Bobcats. New hours at the Country Kitchen, by the way, Monday through Wednesday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursday through Saturday, 6 a.m. until 9 p.m., and Sunday, 6 a.m. until 8 p.m. Hey, they're already seeing some people bumping that 6 o'clock on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, so they may start to be a little later on that, too. People coming out late for supper, so who knows. I think we just a little bit more time, and they'll have that open up again to about 8 o'clock at least. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Then, of course, don't forget the big thing that went over this past weekend, and it's going to be every weekend, is the breakfast bar. Boy, they got bummed last Saturday, and it weren't bad on Sunday either. People enjoyed that breakfast bar. Tea, coffee included, everything. Oh, man, for $5.79 plus tax. Oh, man, that went over like crazy at the Country Kitchen this past weekend, and it'll be there this Saturday and Sunday also. I got to visit it on Sunday, and oh, was it good. Oh, man, it was good. Let's see. Opportunity EMS. Countywide ambulance service, quality care with a Christian attitude. 493-0911. Mr. Nallen's been around all my life, to be honest, in the emergency business, but he's been in opportunity business over 20 years with his family. And I tell you what, quality care with a Christian attitude, 24-hour service, whether it be local, out-of-town ambulance service, emergency, non-emergency. Hey, you need carry grandma to the family reunion. Hey, we can do it. Got a special day at the church. Grandchild getting baptized and grandma's bedridden, but still would like to see that. Well, hey, call Opportunity EMS. They will make it happen. 493-0911. Opportunity EMS. J. Caroline's Country Store Kitchen is now open on U.S. Highway 84 East. How about that? Serving breakfast right now.
The kitchen is back open.
Homemade cat head biscuits.
Oh, baby.
Oh, goodness gracious. Just deliver, Scotty. Dad dang it. And, of course, they're served breakfast from 5:30 till 9. Lunch, 11 o'clock until. Now, lunch right now is in the kind of short order, up to a hamburger steak, and more will be added to the menu. He said he's going to kind of make it like Howard's used to be, their menu. That's what he's working towards.
You know they're some happy folks because that place used to be wrapped up for breakfast.
Yeah, baby. So, Monday through Friday, the breakfast, Lee had a great breakfast business, but he kind of wants to switch from the breakfast to the more of the Howish type on lunchtime and bring that back to our area. Now, they're working on it's a work in progress. Just let us know what you'd like for them to serve.
Okay.
And they looking maybe Friday night, Saturday night, or Saturday. Just, hey, you give them suggestions and they're going to listen.
Well, they're building a business.
That's right. And they're trying to build it for you, the customer.
That's right.
That speaks a lot right there.
Well, we've had some other restaurants that have kind of gauged their hours depending on their customers.
Started watching the customers and found a happy price range that they like, and it's working.
Yeah, it does.
Listen to your customers. It pays off every time.
Well, I'm just proud Caroline's has got their restaurant going again.
Kind of handy for us, ain't it?
Yeah.
This is WOPP in Alabama. Let's go to national news. I thought I clicked it, but I hadn't. So we got to click it again. There, now we're going to load. Now let's go.
You're a clicker from way back.
Well, I clicked the wrong thing. I don't want business. Now I just want to keep do that. We don't want you, buddy. There we go. I don't know what's going on here. Let's try that again, man.
You better check your clicker.
My clicker's not clicking. Click it. There we go.
Harwich Thomason. President Trump making no bones about it. He is not happy with the bipartisan border security deal, but he's not saying whether he'll sign the pact. The deal includes only $1.4 billion to the wall, not the $5.7 billion he wants. Many of the president's highest-profile supporters urge him to reject the deal.
As the president evaluates the agreement signed off by Republicans and Democrats, he's already getting pressure from some of his most influential surrogates. Both Sean Hannity and Laura Ingraham of Fox News are blasting the deal. Hannity calls it garbage, and Ingraham calls it a charade. The president himself isn't happy either, but he also says he doesn't want another government shutdown.
That's White House correspondent Greg Clugston. Officer down in Queens,
I don't
New
think
York.
anybody wants another. But it is what it
A
is.
tragic case of one officer mistakenly shooting and killing a fellow officer as New York City police responded to an armed robbery call at a cell phone store. The suspect, 27-year-old man who New York Police Commissioner James O'Neill says was armed with a fake handgun.
Make no mistake about it. Friendly fire aside, it's because of the actions of the suspect that Detective Simonson is dead. The suspect, a 27-year-old resident and career criminal, was shot multiple times. He was taken by ambulance from the scene to Booth Memorial Hospital in Queens, where he's listed in stable condition.
That from WNYW-TV. Attorneys for Joaquin El Chapo Guzman say they will appeal the Mexican drug lord's conviction on charges stemming from his operation of an industrial-scale drug smuggling operation. He's been accused of smuggling 200 tons of cocaine and resorting to torture and murder to cement his control over the Sinaloa drug cartel. Wall Street this morning, Dow futures up 66 points, S&P futures 6 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Bringing your loved one to Doc's and celebrate Valentine's Day with us from 5 p.m. until 8 p.m. We'll have a Lovebird special. That includes a 16-ounce steak,
Lovebird special.
$29.99. Also on the menu, 12-ounce and 16-ounce steaks, chicken finger plates, catfish plates, and hamburger steaks. While you're there, be sure to register for the Valentine gift.
You taking advantage of the Lovebird specials?
I don't know.
Doc's Country Store.
I'm at the booster.
5 o'clock until 8 p.m. Phone number 493-4004. Also on the menu for Friday night, Sterling.
I'll probably take advantage of the
12-ounce, $19.99. Sterling silver
Country
ribeye
Kitchen
steak, 6
Saturday.
ounce, $23.99. Chicken
I actually went by there
four
for
piece,
breakfast
fried or grilled,
Saturday, but there were so many
$9.99.
cars there. I
It
said,
was packed.
Fish plate,
I'm just
2
not gonna
piece,
stop.
fried or grilled,
And this was like at
$10.99.
7:30.
Hamburger steak plate,
Just about everybody at the coffee
$9.99.
table ate too.
Served
On
with
top
two
of that,
sides,
they
roll or
don't
mashed
get or either get a short order.
potatoes, baked beans, potato salad, or salad.
But gee, you get your grits and eggs and everything for that price. Most of them just get the gravy and biscuit for it, and it's $3 or $4.
Until
Yeah.
8 p.m. Doc's Country Store.
It's an amazing
Yeah, I
song.
shoot, I guess that gravy biscuit makes it
You didn't write
worth
the
it.
song in 10
All the other.
minutes. Took a lifetime. How'd you do this?
You know, I've never told anybody my story. When I was 11 years old, life was tough.
Where's Mama?
So you debate to keep it like it is, or go up $1 and let it be all you eat or want. Because there's not that many people going to abuse it no matter what.
And I found some songs that I
Their
just
clientele.
held on
Their
to.
clientele's older and they see.
Mercy me, that can't be his real voice.
I think let's put you a sign up on the wall. We reserve the right to limit. If you do that, you can do it. So just about everybody's had to do that. Because you got them to go back 6 times.
I want you to know that I pray for you all the time. And I hope that you find whatever it is that you're looking for out there.
I wrote this song for my dad.
I can only imagine. Showing Sunday, March the 3rd, 6 p.m. No admission, Westview Baptist Church here in Opp. Neil Tyndall Tire is now in the new tire business. Firestone, Nexa, and Americas.
He never met our mayor. I sent the mayor out there. That blows his mind too.
Located at 105 Southern
Tyndall
Road.
Tire?
The first left
Been there
after
7
the
years.
bypass headed to
I told him he employed about 8 or 9 people shipping tires in Canada and Mexico.
Tyndall Tire makes it
Pretty small little quiet business.
wholesale business for 7 years.
And I told him what
Over 6,000
he's getting into
used cars
retail
in stock.
because he's got
Now the
overhead
retail
already fixed in.
Neil Tyndall Tire.
And his wife is retired school teacher from
Tyndall
Enterprise.
Tire makes
So he's got somebody in front all the time now.
for any budget.
If it starts paying off, he wants to build a new tire place on the
Like us
bypass.
on Facebook and follow us on
And he's also
Instagram.
going to locate in Luverne.
The Opp Farmers Co-op and the Opp Stockyard. Big
Then he'll
and
talk
small
about
equipment
location
sale
there and how to
auction.
advertise there.
Saturday, March the 2nd. Small
I think I'm
equipment at
definitely
8
in with
a.m.,
him.
large equipment at 9.
And he's found out since our earlier conversations, he's talked with Sweat. He now knows that Ken Sweat and I are good friends, and he ain't just bull.
334-475-0412. Henry 850-890-6068. Or Bobby
Sweat and I go back.
300-0471. And bring in the small equipment the week before the sale.
And some of it we
The
can't
sale
tell
kicks
about.
off March as Rodeo Month in Opp. The Farmers Co-op Opp Stock Market Big and Small Equipment Auction March the 2nd. The Opp Stockyard, 915 Florella Highway. New sale day is Tuesdays, 1 p.m. At the Opp Stockyard, we want our customers to know that our commissions and hauling rates are cheaper than anyone in the area. If you need assistance with your cattle needs, please call John Edwards at 850-978-0340 or Henry Alford 850-890-6068. We look forward to seeing you at the Opp Stockyard each Tuesday. Sale begins at 1 p.m.
I'm Jay Michael.
And I'm Robert Booth.
Valentine's Day Sweetheart Pet Photo Contest.
Cat or dog, pig or pig, goat or horse, any pet welcome.
Winner will be announced on the morning show Valentine's Day.
Snap the sweetest picture of your pet and submit it to WOPP by 2 p.m. on February the 13th. If your photo is selected, you will win $100 bill.
You heard Robert right. Win a $100 bill.
From your community radio station, WOPP.
Here's your Weather-Bug LA weather. I'm Ron Tanner. For this morning, we expect sunny skies and a high of 64.
Oh, you must have been running behind, boy. You can get the music behind it.
And a mostly sunny Thursday with a high of 70. There's a chance for showers Thursday night. Humidity mostly high to mild with a low of 52. There's a 20% chance of rain Friday.
I was running behind her. I'll put music behind it for you.
For the weekend, there's a 2 in 10 chance for shower activity Saturday with a high of 75. There's a chance for showers. We could have an afternoon thunderstorm on Sunday. Humidity mostly high with a high of 75.
If I knew it hadn't had it, I could have done it here. You just dubbing it down.
WOPP.
41 is our low this morning. How low does it go? 41 is how low it goes this morning. Much cooler than yesterday morning. The official sunrise at 6:29. I like to say 39, 6:29. The official sunset there, my 30, 5:31. I knew there was a 30 somewhere. 42 degrees, and I see sun early this morning. I hadn't seen sun in the early morning in a while, Jay. I'm ready to see that sun, and I got it.
Good.
I love it out there, man.
That looks good.
Makes you want to get out there and that swing with a cup of coffee, just swing the morning away.
Well, looks can be deceiving.
Oh,
It's still a little nippy out there.
For you, yeah,
For me, yeah.
yeah. He's a lightweight. Although I really have got it way too comfortable for him this morning.
It is.
I hadn't clogged up yet. It's 72 in the control room.
Nice. Oh, it's nice.
When I start clogging up, that just change in a hurry.
Well, I just hope he don't clog up for a while.
Yeah, man. 72 in the control room. Man alive. That's a disgrace, man.
Well, that's the normal temperature. Just think how much money you would save if you could keep it 72 all the time.
Yeah, I reckon you're right on that. I ain't going to argue that too much.
But that's one area. You know, everybody has an area where they splurge.
Yeah.
That's your area. That's
Well,
one of your areas.
I like to make sure the equipment's saved.
I know that when Haley comes around, you have to splurge on food. But
oh, that little girl. You know, shockingly, I was talking to her daddy the other day at breakfast and all of that, and it finally dawned on both of us. She's not a little girl. She's 20 years old.
She's a young lady.
20 years. Oh, man. Boy, how's the time
But you know, she kind of plays. She wants you to kind of.
She plays the cards.
She plays the card, yeah.
Yeah, she plays the cards. That's okay. We love her. Dadgummit. She's something else. All right. A typical ball game started off last night like a lot of folks thought that we'd be struggling, and we did. But somewhere we caught fire last night, and boy, when you look at the score, it wasn't as close as you would think, but it was close to the final.
Well, I didn't. I saw. I started seeing posts on Facebook, so I knew things were good. Because you know they don't post when it's not good.
No.
And so I knew that. I also had kind of gotten wind yesterday afternoon that one of Houston Academy's key players wasn't going to be able to play.
The exchange student?
Yeah.
Now
I don't know if he played or not, but he had had some medical issues, and they weren't able to get him cleared up. So I don't know. Of course, when you got a school that's got a bunch of doctors, kids that go there, you if there's any way to clear it up, I'm sure they would have. But, and I'm not saying that they won because of that. I'm just saying I think that Houston Academy kind of rode that kid this year as far as being the one that they turned to, and if he wasn't there, sounded like they played pretty well with if he didn't play. I don't even know if he played or not.
Something happened in the fourth that I guess united op though, the fourth period.
Well,
it was a big turnaround.
It looked just from the things that I saw, it looked like the
Becky
Coach Edwards just
he did play.
Oh, he did play.
He did play.
Well, that's
He did play.
Well, that's
even
even
bigger.
a bigger notch in the Bobcats gun than
Big notch.
That is true.
Big notch. Wow.
So that is really good. He's been their go-to guy all year, and
yeah.
And let me tell you, he's probably as close to a professional basketball player playing high school ball that you'll see. But
so we had some boys that grow up too.
We had some guys grow up, and Coach Edwards had them playing their A game. That's great, great news.
He fouled out in the fourth quarter.
Oh, okay.
So we played him hard and tight, didn't we?
That's right.
Yeah.
And just so you know, the schools don't pick the officials for these games.
Oh,
the state
no.
picks these.
That's right. Wow. That's
a great job, Coach Edwards. He's got those.
They let him cut the net.
The first time ever Bobcats going to Montgomery.
Yeah, but they let the coach cut the net.
Yeah, I saw the picture.
Wow.
Jolie posted the picture. Yeah.
What a classic picture. Coach will never forget that, will he?
He will never forget it. And I bet that old cut-up nasty net is probably hanging up somewhere at his house. At his house, at his office, maybe in his truck. It's somewhere.
And Joe had that picture printed for him, too.
Yeah, it's on Facebook. If you've got him on Facebook, you'll get to see it.
So it'll be on his wall, I'm sure, before long.
I tell you, that's
big,
you
man.
know, and the boys program needed a little shot in the arm. Coach had that spark plug that you needed to add excitement. He's just bubbles. And he didn't give up on him. You know, he had some pretty rough years there with him, but he just kept working, kept trying to, indoctrinate him into what he was trying to do. And it just seems to me like, they're listening.
I was talking to a football player during the weekend that I've got to know quite well. He said these boys winning like they have, they've got, I think there's 3 or either 4 guys playing basketball. They're thinking about going out for football to help the football team because they enjoy seeing what they've gone through in basketball.
Yeah.
Now they like to be a part of it in football.
Well, I mean,
that's cool.
I've always, if you're a basketball player, it seems to me like you'd want to play football to be in shape whenever basketball season rolls around. Because, a lot of times a high school kid's idea of getting into shape is going out and shooting the basketball. And
a little bit more than that.
Yeah, there's a lot more to it than that, and I think it's just a great idea when you can double up on the sports that you play. One of them may be your favorite, but one of them can get you in shape for the other one. So,
and when you got coaches like Saban saying double sports is what he wants.
Yeah, look for kids that play more than one sport. Now, I agree that you may not be able to play 3 sports. I had very few 3-sport athletes at Sampson. One of them is actually, I hired him as a coach before I left, and he's still there coaching the baseball program. But he played all 3, football, basketball, and baseball. Went to college on a baseball scholarship.
The mayor wants everybody to know that we play Bullitt County at 4:30 at Garrett Coliseum Saturday.
At Garrett Coliseum?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've got that on the sports, by the way, but I think we can play with Bullitt County, too.
Well, they're a traditional basketball program
Mhm.
there, and I think we'll give them a run for their money anyway.
Hey. What wouldn't it be outstanding to win there, too?
Listen, and I'm sure Coach Edwards is going to talk to them about, the goal is not to get there, the goal is to win.
Oh, yeah.
So, that's where a lot of programs go bad. They think, well, we made it. We got there. This is something we've never done before.
Then let up.
And then they let up a little bit. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen, and I'm sure that Coach Edwards is going to be talking to the young men about that because the goal is to keep going, to keep winning, and eventually go to Birmingham and play up there in the Final Four. That would be huge.
For our program.
Oh, that would be awful, though, because they're redoing the interstate that goes right by. Getting to it would be a headache.
Go at midnight.
Yeah. Well, that may be when they work.
Still be easier to get in there.
Oh.
Man alive.
That'd be a mess.
We'll hopefully we'll have that problem.
Yeah. There are a lot of ways to skin a cat. You can get to
it. Yeah. Well, congratulations to them, and of course, we're still high with our cheerleaders too.
Yeah, the cheerleaders did a great job.
I'm gonna call and see if we can get them out here.
Coach Hightower is just, he's had to take it on the chin, during football season, and I don't mean to keep harping on that. I really shouldn't, because I know that things are going to get better. I mean, when you're laying on your back, the only way to look is up.
That's right.
So, the coaches, I think, have put in some new stuff and are working a little bit, working harder, and got the kids working harder. But it's reassuring for your programs when things start turning around.
Yeah.
And from the cheerleaders, volleyball had a great year. Now basketball for the boys is doing well.
Coach McVeigh will be in today to talk about his team.
The softball program, I know they're
expected to win too.
I'll be interested to find out how many he's got out, because at one time they didn't have but about 9 players working. So maybe now that basketball's over with, they've got a few more out there,
right,
and they're ready to go. But they lost a lot last year.
Oh yeah.
They lost a lot of key players last year, but I talked with Coach Jones, and he said, I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to be all right. So
yeah.
Well,
we got another advantage. I hate to say this, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. Some schools don't take their girls program very serious, so we're going to have some of those programs that's easy to beat, to be honest.
Well,
but then we got some that takes it serious.
Well, there are some programs that each school kind of has, for Kinston, volleyball and softball are the 2 programs that the girls choose to participate in.
And they don't even have girls basketball.
But now this year, they had girls basketball, and they actually won several games this year. When in the past they haven't. Now, like at Sampson, the girls play basketball.
Yeah.
And softball has not done well at all the last few years. And volleyball has kind of picked up some slack. Volleyball and basketball do well, but softball doesn't. But there again, a lot of the athletes will play 2 sports, and they won't play that 3rd sport. And I don't blame them for that. As a coach, you'd like for them to if you're coaching the sport and they're just good athletes. But you can't. Sometimes you got to have a break.
Yeah. Well, I found out that the girls' basketball actually has a few band members in it. That's unusual.
Well, it is a little unusual, but it's good unusual. I'm glad that the band program and the basketball program are working together on that. Of course, this is not marching season, but it was. They did have some competitions, didn't they? Was a little big. Was that, or is that's coming up? I don't know when that stuff.
Little Big Horn, that's here in football season, boy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because they have the field marked off. So it doesn't interfere with that. I'm glad that they share them. There are other programs you can look out at the band at halftime, and you see cheerleaders out there. You see football players out there participating with the band.
In fact, there's nothing going on the football field now to the rodeo, so the electrical crew will start next week putting their stuff in.
Yeah, they want to get ahead of the game.
Because of the weather
like it is. You never know what you're going to get into.
If it stays, but right now they think Monday will be dry, so they're going to do it Monday.
Well, that's good.
If it starts raining, they'll do it another day.
Steve going to get ahead of the ball game if he can.
Yeah, don't blame him one bit.
Not at all.
We appreciate it too.
We do. Hey, that's a good crew. The electrical, the street department, Gary Frazier's group. Boy, they just work tirelessly to get things ready for this rodeo. And then when it's over with, they come in and clean their part up too.
Besides just regular city work too. I mean, Gary and Steve, boy, you call them and it's done.
It is done. They do great job. Also appreciate the police department and what all they do. Rescue squads. Everybody's.
Kevin helped me on a wreck yesterday. That wreck that happened was not in our jurisdiction. It was out of the county. And in fact, it's in Coffee County. And when the people started talking about it, they was talking about something. I did go to it, but because the county didn't have anybody close.
Well, I saw them leaving out, going out 134, I think.
Yeah, but they went and preserved the site, and the injured person they did try the life flight, but the weather was so bad they couldn't get the helicopter in, so they had to transport by land. the injured subject. I know one injury, and that's all I really know. And I was expecting Coffee County to give us something, and I have not got nothing from Coffee County yet. But
I don't know. I saw them leaving out about lunchtime yesterday.
Oh yeah, that's when it happened. But that's the only reason the op was there is I guess to help assist, and that's what you want.
Yeah.
Since they had no one close by at all. Wow. Just in case you haven't heard that score once again, it was 73. Wow, 73. Can you believe that? We had 73 points.
What HA have?
They had, let me punch this up right now. Now I want to go through all this cycle. That's why I hate running my mouth with this thing.
The score I saw was like 63 to 40 something, but that was with 8 minutes left to go in the game.
Yeah, but I had it right and now. Oh, I hate these son of a guns.
Easy, Robert.
It's guns.
It's just the phone.
I said guns. They work fine except when you want them to work right. Yeah. And then they want to do everything but what you want them to do. Yeah. And then take forever to do it when you're in a hurry to do it. And I see us on the phone.
You see us on the phone? Oh, yeah.
I see us on the phone.
We live.
We live in color. Yeah. Boy, have we got some colorful pictures, by the way, too. Wow.
73-47.
Okay. You found it before I did. I agree with you now. I found it finally.
Sub-regional victory.
Big win.
Yeah.
No matter what. And then we got the video of it, the win. There's a picture that's on mine and WOPP. 2 young men in North Carolina happen to be out playing on their scooters, the push scooters type, that kids are using nowadays, and them little surfboard things. Anyway, they get to the end of the street, and some local business was raising the flag. They stopped and put their hand on their heart and did the Pledge of Allegiance.
Well,
so some kids are being taught right.
Yeah, I saw that I saw that post. I didn't read it, but I saw the post and the caption there, and
I'm proud.
It just seems that the few that disagree with America and hate everything about it are the most vocal. But every time then you see something in an act just as simple as stopping what you're doing, putting your hand over your heart, and it kind of restores your faith in young folks.
Sure, and somebody's teaching them right. But man, there's the picture that he will never forget.
That's right.
Coach, you got a great picture there from Joe.
What's that pattern on his coat he's wearing there?
It's funky. I don't know what it looks like. Look like one of the Liberace coats.
I don't.
Don't it? Look like one of the Liberace coaches.
I don't know what that is, but
he's being cool.
And I'm gonna tell you now,
Mr.
Coach
Cool.
Edwards is a dresser now.
He's a cool dude.
He's pretty
he's
slick
cool
dresser.
dude. Yeah. I bet he had a little hallelujah dance too to go with it, don't you?
He might have said a little hallelujah on that one.
For those,
I mean, he's getting in uncharted waters now.
Oh yeah.
For the program. I mean, he's taking them somewhere that they've never been, and we don't want it to end, Coach.
No.
Keep them working hard. Keep them working hard.
Hope you haven't missed Sunday service because you're still in Montgomery. He's a pastor. A lot of people don't realize that.
I know that.
Yeah. So, a great dude. What do you think about these racetracks hosting football games? They're looking at it again. If they've been one in 2016, Bristol had Tennessee and Virginia Tech at the Speedway. 156,990 people watched the game. Wow.
I don't know how you do that. It seems like
I think there are going to be a lot of seats that's not going to be very good.
I think there are a lot of seats that are pretty far away from the action. They're in the infield playing.
Because you can't even see the race. I've been to Talladega, and if you're sitting in the presidential box, or are you sitting in the press box, or are you sitting on the start line, because I said all three places, you don't see number 3.
Well, yeah, on the back side.
You cannot see number 3.
See what goes on back there. I've only been to Talladega one time. I went to the Winston 500. Swore if I ever got out of there, I'd never go back.
You hadn't been.
And it hadn't been.
It's tough, I'll tell you. You got to be.
Now, since then, they've put in a lot of upgrades on highways and things like that to get around, but still, it's
Montgomery to Talladega's bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you.
But I'm not a race fan. I'm not a NASCAR fan. I don't. I know people like our preacher loves to go out here to the track at Kinston and watch the races. He and his wife go out there on Saturdays and watch. In fact, they've got a favorite racer
they keep up with.
That they keep up with.
That's good. Hey, it's a good family thing. I'll give them that. But I'm not a race fan, even though I've been involved with the track numerous times, different owners, and done a lot of work for the racing, and I know it. I understand it, but I'm not a fan. I guess not a fan.
Well, I just don't get all.
But I can do show up every once in a while to show that I support it.
Yeah, I just don't get all bent out of shape over it. You know, I'd rather watch a good football game, not necessarily a pro game, but if they'd get their acts together, I'd watch them again. But and you know, I don't like watching. I like going and watching high school basketball, but I'm not a big person. I won't sit there and watch basketball on TV.
Now, you haven't seen this story, and I'm going to hand it to you and let you read just a little bit on the air while I get the celebrity birthdays and all that. But I'm waiting for your reaction for this guy when you read about it. The reaction ought to be pretty. Reaction ought to be pretty cool.
All right, Houston police officials say they are investigating after a tiger was found in an abandoned home by a person who went there to smoke marijuana. The person called 311 for help, and the call was directed to the BARC, B-A-R-C, animal shelter. Police said the unusual call initially prompted them to question the validity of the incident. Hey, man, I'm here
the tiger.
And there's a tiger in here, man.
Got a tiger in the tank?
Yeah. The tiger was loaded onto a trailer and taken to the animal shelter. They nicknamed the tiger Tyson after the character in the movie The Hangover, according to police.
Oh, the owner of the tiger it was hidden in that house because you can't keep a tiger in that city, and that's why the tiger was there. But so he accidentally found the tiger and smoking some marijuana.
They had to tranquilize the tiger to get it out. They didn't know it was a pet or anything.
How about that?
Can you be the one taking that phone call?
Woo! You reckon he gave up smoking? Or smoke more?
Yeah. Smoke. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, I got the reaction I thought.
Today is Wednesday, February the 13th. Happy birthday to Minna Savari, who's an actress and a model from was in American Pie movies 1 and 2. 40 today. She's 40. Robbie Williams, a singer and songwriter. She's 45 today. He's 45 today. Whatever. Kelly Hu is an actress. That's right, Kelly Hu. She was in the TV show Nash Bridges, 51 today. Neil McDonough is an actor from Desperate Housewives, 53. Henry Rollins is a punk rock actor and is 58 today. Matt Salinger is an actor, was in Captain America and Revenge of the Nerds. He's 59. David Naughton is an actor from the TV show Making It, an American Werewolf in London. He's 68 today. Peter Gabriel, a singer, was with the group Genesis. He's a rock and roll Hall of Famer, and he is 69 today. Jerry Springer, the talk show host, the politician. Didn't know he was a politician.
He was a governor or something.
No, mayor of Cincinnati.
Mayor, okay.
He's 75 today. Stalker Channing is an actress. She was in The West Wing. My favorite Stalker Channing movie is Grease. She was in Grease. She is 75. Peter Tork is a singer and a musician. He was with the group The Monkees. Hey, we're the Monkees. 77 today. Carol Lindley is 77. She is an actress, was in the movie The Poseidon Adventure. Bo Stevenson is an actor, was in Delta Force, and is 78 today. George Segal is an actor in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? That movie, remember that? He's 85 today. Kim Novak is an actress. Was in the movie The Man with the Golden Arm. Is 86 today. And then finally, Charles E. Chuck Yeager, the test pilot.
Oh, yeah.
The first pilot to break the sound barrier. Might remember a movie called The Right Stuff. He was portrayed in that movie. Chuck Yeager is 96 today. He's born in 1923. Happy birthday to our celebrities.
I understand Chuck is still fairly active, too. That's what's great. To be that age and still active, man. Bilox Bryant, the songwriter, he wrote a little song called All I Have to Do Is Dream. Bye 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 Love. Wake Up a Little Susie.
Bye Bye Love.
He wrote for the Everly Brothers then.
Yeah.
Would have been 99, passed away in 87. Oliver Reed, the actor from The Prince and the Pauper and The Three Musketeers, would have been 81, passed away in 99. Dennis Edwards, the rhythm and blues singer, he's with the group called The Temptations. Oh, Cloud 9, I Can't Get Next to You. Papa Was a Rolling Stone.
Papa was a rolling
Bess
stone.
Truman, the former First Lady, wife of Harry, would have been 134, passed away in 82. And if I said 16 tons,
what do you get?
Yeah, would you know that?
Another day older and deeper in debt.
The greatest concert I ever saw was at Garrett Coliseum. This guy came on stage with a stool in his hand. He sat down on that stool and sung for 2 solid hours with that bass voice of his. It make you chills go up your back at Garrett Coliseum because of the way that sound is there.
Oh, yeah.
Greatest concert I really believe I've ever saw with just one person on stage. He had an orchestra behind him, but they kept them in the dark. They had the light on Tennessee Ernie Ford because he was the show.
He was the show.
He was the show, and he proved how great he was in that 2-hour concert.
Pretty funny guy too.
That night about after he sung about an hour, he did break and tell some stories, and then he started singing again. He was on a singing mood that night. But he was a good comedian too. He had the Tennessee Ernie Ford show on TV for quite a while too. Well, let's see. I reckon it's time to go to news, isn't it?
It's time.
Well, we better do it then. Randy will get mad with us if we don't. Randy's off schedule probably.
From townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomas.
Or 2 minutes later and later.
Trump making no bones about it. He is not happy with the bipartisan border security deal, but he's not saying whether he'll...
Good morning, Jerry Armstrong. Coming to the rodeo, Ben? You ain't been in a while.
$7 billion he wants. Many of the president's highest...
Are you retarded?
Urge him to reject the deal.
As the president evaluates the agreement signed off by Republicans and Democrats, he's already getting pressure from some of his most influential surrogates. Both Sean
You remember Jerry when he was
Ingram
Pepsi?
of Fox News are blasting the deal. Hannity calls it garbage.
Yeah, the cheese. He was the cheese at the time.
The
Years
president
ago.
himself isn't happy either, but he also says he doesn't want another government shutdown.
He retired in Montgomery.
Greg Clugston. Officer down.
I think he was already living in Montgomery, to be honest though.
A tragic case of one officer mistakenly shooting and killing a fellow officer as New York City police responded to an armed robbery call at a cell phone store. The suspect, 27-year-old man who New York Police Commissioner James O'Neill says was armed with a fake handgun.
Make no mistake about it. Friendly fire aside, it's because of the actions of the suspect that Detective Simonson is dead. The suspect, a 27-year-old resident and career criminal, was shot multiple times. He was taken by ambulance from the scene to Booth Memorial Hospital in Queens, where he's listed in stable condition.
He'll be charged with murder.
By WTV. Attorneys for Joaquin El
Even though he had a fake gun.
say they will appeal the Mexican drug lord's conviction on charges stemming from his operation of an industrial-scale drug smuggling operation. He's been accused of smuggling 200 tons of cocaine and resorting to torture and murder to cement his control over the Sinaloa drug cartel. Wall Street this morning, Dow futures up 66 points, S&P futures 6 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
CCB time is 7:38. Time for you to drop by CCB here in Opp, meet our local staff, talk over our local community activities, Talk over your banking needs. Member FDIC. Good morning. I'm Robert Booth.
I'm Jay Michael.
For Dateline Action News, brought to you by
Farmers IGA,
Southern Independent Bank,
TNC Pharmacy,
The Woodmore,
Mizell Memorial Hospital,
Covington Eye Care,
JR's Lawnmower Shop,
Hartis and Miss Ann Cully.
This recent stretch of warm weather may have you thinking spring is here. Many plants and fruit trees seem to think so as well. And while we're waiting for its official start on March 20th, here's how to prepare for growing season ahead. I'm not sure who coined the phrase, but the weather we're having right now is called a fool's spring. We're going to have some more cold weather, said Carroll's nursery owner, David Carroll. You may be surprised that so far this season, we've seen many nights below 45 degrees. Farmers call that a chill hour. Certain types of fruit need certain amount of chill hours to produce fruit. It just depends on the type of fruit tree. It will vary sometimes, or some things are low chill hours like a fig or a pear. Fruit trees need cold weather. It helps them produce more fruit the following year. The problem this year is we haven't seen any prolonged cold periods or deep freezes below 25 degrees like we did last year. If you prune back, you get less fruit, but you get bigger quality, and these are some things that you need to do to have healthier trees. Harvesting a successful crop also means keeping the pest away. If you have some of these that are susceptible to bugs and funguses, like some apple trees and peaches, you get that from time to time when it's getting close to time to start spraying. And cold weather will also help keep any bugs or funguses which could threaten your fruit away.
Walton County Sheriff Office is currently investigating the shooting that left a 16-year-old injured Monday night. Just before 5 p.m., deputies were called to Josephine Street in Defuniak Springs. When they arrived, they discovered a juvenile suffering from gunshot wounds to the legs. After interviewing witnesses, it was determined that he was shot in the thigh area of both legs while standing near a vehicle with numerous others standing near and sitting in the car. Although it is unclear who fired the shots, it does not appear to be self-inflicted. The victim was transported to a local hospital. He's in stable condition with non-life-threatening injuries. Based on the statements provided and evidence gathered in the scene, it appears the incident may have been accidental in nature. However, anyone with information is asked to contact the Walton County Sheriff Office.
Geneva City Schools will be making changes to the curriculum with the goal of making students career ready. Monday night, Superintendent Ron Snell announced the advanced placement courses in partnership with Enterprise State Community College will be offered to its students. The purpose is to get students familiar with college courses. Along with the AP courses, Geneva High School will move from a block schedule to a 7-period bell schedule. Ron Snell, superintendent for the Geneva City Schools, says whether our kid is a 32 on the ACT and headed to the University of Alabama or Auburn University, awesome. If our kid is headed to the aviation school, awesome. If our kids are headed straight to Cisco, Reliable, Outdoor Aluminum, any of those really great businesses that are right here, I want them ready. These changes go into effect in August for the 2019-2020 school year.
The Alabama Forestry Commission unveiled a new device to help landowners in the Geneva County Forestry Association. They now have a drone to take aerial photos to survey property. It will also help with fire control. Lester Williams, forest specialist with the Alabama Forestry Commission, says if we have a fire on the property, we would be better able, if the large fire, that can bring this drone and we can actually tell where the location of the fire is so we can keep the firefighters more safe at the time of the fire. The drone will also show locations of roads and businesses, allowing the Forestry Commission to assess land value and help landowners.
Well, tow truck drivers and police are highlighting the dangers on the road for first responders. It comes after a collision involving a Huntsville police officer. The wreck left his squad car badly damaged and the officer with injuries. It happened Monday night on Interstate 565. The officer was blocking a lane for a previous traffic accident, and a driver came around a curve and struck his patrol car. He was sitting inside working on paperwork at the time. Joseph Abernathy is a traffic homicide investigator for the Huntsville Police Department. He also handles crashes involving city vehicles, including the most recent accident involving the officer on the interstate. The Alabama Move Over law states that if you're approaching a stopped emergency vehicle or a tow truck on the side of the road with their lights flashing, you are required to move over a lane to get away from the vehicle. It is, if it's practical and safe for you to do so.
A man has been arrested in a cruelty to animals case after authorities discovered deceased and decomposed dogs in level plains, as well as 9 dogs still alive but living in horrible conditions without food or water. Did we have this story or one like it?
We had that yesterday.
That and yesterday. I don't know why they resent it then, but anyway, we do have it. They have arrested a guy, maybe the reason, and he's in the county jail, and his bond is now set at $11,000. Yeah. That may be the update.
Yeah, that part of the story wasn't in there.
That's the reason it was updated. The dogs are being taken care of, and they're asking for people who would like to adopt them. By all means, there'll be pictures soon as they get them in shape. They're not going to let you do it right now, by no means. So this is in Dale County if you're interested in, and I don't have the breeds of dogs, nothing like that, but I'm sure that since they followed this up, there'll be some more on those, because people just eat that stuff up. And by the way, eating that up, how about our Valentine pet? Would you have ever thought we'd have that many pictures?
I would have never thought. I went through every one of them yesterday, and I'll go back through them again today.
At 2 o'clock, we got to do it again.
Yeah, and we'll look and see. We announce that tomorrow, don't we?
Tomorrow morning, first thing when we start this morning show, and there's some good ones. I'll tell you, folks.
There are some good ones.
We may be working in the night to figure that one out, man.
Well, I've written down a couple that caught my fancy.
Well, I've got a couple that got mine, and then there's one that really got my attention, but they're celebrating the wrong season.
Yeah.
The goat, I love the goat. There's no picture of another season. So it's not carrying out the theme. So
I know it.
I loved it though.
I did too.
Doggone it. Our goat, dang it. Check your time. It is now 7:45 here at WOPB.
Driver and the friendly staff at Hamilton would like to thank all of you for your continued confidence.
I started a phrase, didn't I?
And your family.
Our newly renovated
Instead of dog on it, it's goat on it.
a comprehensive eye examination, as well as detect and
That's
treat
live.
eye diseases. We are pleased to now offer many surgical procedures as we partner with Dr. Brent McKinley, board-certified cataract surgeon.
We carry the newest styles of Costa Del Mar and Maui Jim sunglasses for all your summer fun. We also have an extensive line of frames to meet the needs of those on a budget, as well as those looking for Nike or the popular Coach line. And hey, Jack, we even carry the Duck Commander line.
For the contact lens wearers, we have the most comfortable brands, and for those who want to change it up a bit, we now offer the brand New Air Optics Color Contacts.
So call us today at 493-6600 to set up your next appointment, or visit us at 604 North Main Street in Opp to give us an opportunity to meet all your eye care needs.
I was never great at math, but at Hardee's, it's simple. $4 gets you 2 breakfast sandwiches. Grab a delicious biscuit, a Frisco breakfast sandwich, or a loaded omelet biscuit. That's 1 + 1 more for $4. I'm no math whiz, but I just solved breakfast. Hardee's because it tastes better. At Hardee's, we make our juicy, thick burgers the right way, with 100% Black Angus beef and fire. We even figured out a way to weed out our less dedicated employees. Traitor, burgers need fire! New Angus thick burger melts, only $3. Hardee's because it tastes
Betty
better.
Sperling Foley, age 87, a resident of Alba, passed away Monday at her home. Graveside services will be held at Evergreen Cemetery on Thursday at 11 a.m. Visitation will be at Hayes Funeral Home, 10 a.m. until 10:45 Thursday. Betty Sperling Foley is survived by a son, Timothy Foley. Tony Hall, age 53, of Andalusia, passed away Sunday. Survived by daughter, Michelle Stupovich, mother, Betty Case James, sisters, Wendy Bergeron and Sidney James, brothers, Keith James and wife Robin, Jerry Hall and wife Karen, Denise Hall. Services for Tony Hall will be Friday at 2 p.m. from the Evans Funeral Home. Visitation will be 1 hour before services. James Bryant J.B. McCathan, Jr., age 53, of Ocala, passed away February the 3rd in Ocala. He'll be forever remembered by his wife, Lee, brothers Kevin and Gary, sister Brenda Conyers, parents Norma, Luke, and Jolie's nieces and nephews. Funeral services for James Bryant J.B. McCathan will be this Saturday, 11 a.m. at the Pleasant Home Baptist Church. The family will be receiving friends 9:30 until service time. Burial will be at the church cemetery. Memorial donations may be made to the Ocala Farm Ministry in Ocala or the Old Friends Farm in Georgetown, Kentucky. Rusty Shane Townsend, age 38, of Florella, passed away Sunday. Survived by mother Juanita Rayburn Townsend, brothers Andy Townsend and wife Dora, Tim Townsend and sisters Robin Townsend and Celesta Manning. Services for Rusty Townsend will be Sunday at 3 p.m. at the Evans Funeral Home. Visitation will be 1 hour before services. Jean Sasser, age 81, of Florella, passed away Sunday. Survived by daughter Tracy Worrell, husband Dennis, son Lynn Sasser, wife Sharae, 5 grandchildren, numerous great-grandchildren, brother Rex Qualls and wife Mary Ann. Funeral services for Jean Sasser to be announced by Evans Funeral Home.
Funerals are added to our local news as soon as possible after receiving them from the funeral home. Funerals are also posted daily on the WOPP Facebook page.
This week's specials at the Farmers IGA. Sugar-Doll Shank portion smoked hams, $1.28 a pound. Fresh chicken tenders, $1.98 a pound. Fresh pork baby back spare ribs, $2.99 a pound. Boneless New York strip steak, $5.98 a pound. Essential everyday medium egg, 1 dozen, 99 cents. IGA mayo, 30 ounces, 2 for $3. Del Monte ketchup, 24 ounces, 77 cents. Casey Masterpiece barbecue sauce, 18 ounces, 88 cents. California iceberg lettuce, 99 cents a head.
Shop your hometown proud Farmers IGA in Lamar Plaza. Savings plus service equals IGA.
JR's Lawnmower Shop, folks. Hey, I've got selling on my mind. Power equipment. You're not going to find a better deal anywhere. We are your total source Husqvarna dealer, Steel dealer, Honda Power Equipment, Grasshopper, DR Trimmer. Not to even mention Easy Go golf carts, Yamaha golf carts. We will not be undersold. It won't be long before you're looking for that new piece of equipment. Please think of JR's. We have financing available. We have pickup and delivery available. And we're located right here in Up, Alabama, down here in the Mill Village. JR's Lawnmower Shop, Up, Alabama.
Press release from Drug Task Force this past Thursday. They conducted a stop on Foreman Circle here in Opp for several traffic infractions. During the course of the stop, it was determined that the driver, Daniel Ray Jackson, was in possession of a loaded .45 caliber handgun and a loaded AK-47. Jackson was placed under arrest for outstanding warrants. Agents are investigating further charges for weapon violations, possession of firearms, while being a convicted felon. The Drug Task Force also received information there were several subjects smoking marijuana at an apartment complex by the road. Agents arrived and seen the subjects smoking marijuana, Josh Crenshaw, Reginald Thompson, and Odaris Wormack. They were all charged with possession of marijuana, second degree, possession of drug paraphernalia. The Drug Task Force agents also conducted a traffic stop on South Cotton Street in Andalusia for several traffic infractions. During the course of the stop, agents noticed the passenger attempting to swallow narcotics. Laterist Jones was placed under arrest for possession of controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia, and tampering with physical evidence. The driver, Corey Page, was found to be in possession of a smoking device used to consume controlled substance. Page was placed under arrest for possession of controlled substance and possession of drug paraphernalia. From the Opp Police Department on Monday night at 10:06 p.m., officers arrested a 21-year-old male of Andalusia for false identity to obstruction of justice on Martin Street. The male subject gave officers a false name because he had a misdemeanor warrant through the Andalusia Municipal Court. The Opp Police Department reporting 4 in their jail. Andalusia Police Department reporting 4 in their jail. Cody County Sheriff Department booked in 9. 1 for NW9, 3 counts of bad checks, 1 holding for another agency, 2 failure to appear, 1 violation of probation, 1 domestic violence, 3rd degree criminal mischief, 2 bond revocations, 1 for public intoxication, disorderly conduct, 9 release, 3 of those sent to the Department of Correction, 226 in the Covenant County Jail. It's not about the needle, it's about the need. 1 pint of blood saves 3 lives. Give local, save lives. Life South, Community Blood Drive, Mizell Memorial Hospital, in the Bloodmobile, today, 11 o'clock until 5 p.m. Every donor receives a Fandango movie ticket. The Cumberland County Grassroots Alliance will be registering people to vote on Saturday between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. at 1103 South 3 Dodge Street East, across from BB&T Bank. To be eligible to vote, you must be 18 years old and an American or a naturalized citizen. Grand opening, Larry Norris, Physician's Assistant, Mizell Medical Clinic, Thursday, February the 21st. Ribbon cutting reception at 2 p.m. Join us, meet Larry and his staff, tour the facility, enjoy refreshments and door prizes. 103 Memorial Avenue, Suite A, here in Opp. If you can't be there, join the WOPP Live Facebook broadcasts. We are now accepting nominations for the Grand Marshal of the world's smallest St. Patrick's Day Parade. The parade will be held on Saturday, March the 16th, in downtown Enterprise. If you or someone you know would like to be considered for the historical honor, contact the Enterprise Chamber of Commerce.
Buck Creek Baptist Church is partnering with Ironworks Men's Ministries to host their first ever men's conference this month. With men's ministry slacking all across the nation, Buck Creek Baptist Church's pastor Tyler Ingram said he wanted to do something about it. This is not the same conference that the Ironworks Ministries host during the summer, but something that Ingram wanted to participate in. Ingram said that the conference also isn't a recruiting tool for Buck Creek Baptist Church, but a way to reach men across the county. The conference will focus on forgiveness, marriage, and financial stability. David Pate from Real Word Outdoors will be the keynote speaker. Pate preaches to multitudes of people via social media, churches, wild game dinners, revivals, and outdoor events. There will also be a clay shoot and fellowship games after lunch. The cost to attend the men's conference is $20, and anybody is welcome. The deadline for registration is February the 18th. The event is set for 8 a.m. until 1 p.m. on Saturday, February the 23rd. And for more information, you can call 334-488-1386.
The Opp and Cumberland County Area Chamber of Commerce is now taking nominations for the 2019 Hall of Fame. Applications for making nominations for consideration by the Hall of Fame Selection Committee may be picked up at the Opp Chamber of Commerce at 200 South Main Street or downloaded at the Chamber's website. Deadline for submitting application is Friday, March the 8th. The February meeting of the Cumberland County Volunteer Organization Active in Disaster will be Tuesday, February the 19th at 5:30 p.m. at the Cumberland Baptist Association on Highway 84. We would like everyone that can to join us for our meeting. We are planning to have our trailer and supplies on site and laying out a mock drill at the meeting. This will include learning to set up cots and labeling a shelter with signage. That's the Volunteer Organization Active in Disaster meeting on Tuesday, February the 19th at 5:30 p.m. at the Cumberland Baptist Association.
At Mizell Memorial Hospital, our mission is to provide the highest quality health care in a Christian manner with hometown compassion to the communities we serve. We have knowledgeable physicians and exceptional staff who work hard every day to address the needs of our patients. We provide a range of services like our Senior Behavioral Care Unit, Sleep Center, Emergency Department, or Wellness Center. Mizell Memorial Hospital has been a part of the community for over 60 years and is committed to quality and compassion. We are proud to be your community hospital. Mizell Memorial Hospital, every day making a difference.
Today, right now, but with precautions, you can go a long way in avoiding being an ID theft victim. At Southern Independent Bank, we encourage you to never provide personal or financial information by phone or on the internet unless you initiated the transaction and you are comfortable with whom you are dealing. Shred personal documents or statements you no longer need. No one from our bank will ever call you to ask for personal information. Southern Independent Bank, Opp and Andalusia. The power of independence. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Are you tired of calling your pharmacy and hearing this?
To refill a prescription, press 1. To hear pharmacy hours and information, press 3. To speak to the pharmacy, press 0.
Then hang up your phone and give us a call at 493-4517. TNC Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy, where you will talk directly to our friendly pharmacy staff members without having to remember which number to press. We will gladly transfer your prescriptions from your current pharmacy to our pharmacy. Your insurance copay will be the same. If you pay cash, we offer competitive cash prices. So skip the hassle and give us a call at TNC Pharmacy, 101 Parish Avenue, Opp, Alabama.
One of the biggest questions facing Opp, Alabama, and the good old USA is, what will happen to our aging population? The Woodmore on Highway 331 North wants to be a small part of the answer. We're an assisted living facility with an emphasis on assisted. One of the things Americans cherish most is our independence. But as we age, sometimes a little help is needed. If you have any questions with how assisted living works, call the Woodmore at 493-2721 or come by for a visit. We'd love to show you around.
Check with Woodmore on rehab or temporary care. 1 day, 1 week, or 1 month. Woodmore, we care. The Opp Bobcats used a huge second half to knock off the Houston Academy Raiders 73-47 in the Class 3A sub-regions in Opp Tuesday night. With the win, the Bobcats advanced to the Class 3A Southeast Regionals at the Garrett Coliseum on Saturday in Montgomery. Opp will play Bullitt County at 4:30. Go Bobcats! Join us on Valentine's Day in Trojan Arena as the women's basketball team takes on Georgia State. We'll celebrate Valentine's Day with buy one, get one free tickets and free ice cream for the fans while the supply lasts. Need to grab a rose for your Valentine? Well, we'll have roses for the first 50 fans, courtesy of the Publix. Door opens at 5 Valentine afternoon, tip-off at 6. The 2019 Opp High School Boosters Banquet is Thursday at 7 p.m. at Opp Middle School Multipurpose Room. A steak dinner and a chance to win $5,000. Get your banquet ticket from a Booster Club officer. $100 donation, a meal for two, a chance for $5,000. Go Bobcats! Opp High School 2019 baseball count. Join us for fun-filled morning. Hitting, pitching, throwing, catching, infield, outfield, guest speaker, and much more. This Friday, 9 o'clock until 12 noon. Registration 8:30 until 9. Opp Sports Complex for grades 1st through the 6th. Cost is $35, includes a t-shirt. Any questions, call Coach Cassidy, 334-504-0906. The Opp alumni game will be Friday at 7 p.m. at Merchants Field. You're invited to come on out and enjoy the game. There's no gate admission. Donation will be accepted for the baseball program. The 24th annual Swamp Supper is here, so let's have a gobbling good time. The cooking begins at 10 a.m. Guest speaker this year will be Nathan Duncan. There's all kinds of food to eat, like grilled quail, burgers, turkey, camp stew, rabbit, deer, frog legs, chicken, bacon, fish, jambalaya, gumbo, salt pork, alligator, and much more. Everyone's welcome to come set up, cook, and share. There's no cost. Rain or shine, at the Tom Harbin Farm Center in Luverne. Men and boys only. For more information, call Steve DeFree, 334-304-0413, or Dennis Mosley, 334-670-1002. Boots and Blossoms, Spring Horse Ride, Saturday, March the 2nd, Geneva State Forest Lake. Registration 8:30 until 9:30. Ride out at 10. Donation of $10 or more greatly appreciated. Overnight primitive camping, $2 per person over 15. Proceeds support community education and recreation at Geneva State Forest. For more information, check out our Facebook page or call Donna 334-343-0271. That's Dateline Action News. Ops only, locally owned and operated news service. Hear it first on WOPP and repeat it later across town.
Hometown shopping just makes sense.
This is your hometown.
Here's your Wopp-Live LA weather. I'm Rod Tanner. For this morning, we expect sunny skies on a high of 64 today. Going to be clear and cold tonight on a 36. Then a mostly sunny Thursday with a high of 70. There's a chance for showers Thursday night. Humidity mostly high and mild with a low of 52. There's a 20% chance of rain Friday. Humidity mostly high with a high of 72. For the weekend, there's a 2 in 10 chance for shower activity Saturday with a high of 75. There's a chance for showers. We could have an afternoon thunderstorm on Sunday. Humidity mostly high with a high of 73. That's the latest lower Alabama weather here in WOPP.
Hey, 41 is our low this morning. The winds are from the south, maybe a mile. The official sunrise this morning at 6:29. The official sunset, 5:31. Sunny skies, 45 degrees here at the studios of WOPP. Nice having you in with us this morning. Hey, Caroline's Country Store Kitchen on US Highway 84 East is now open. Serving breakfast 5:30 until 9 with big homemade biscuits. They got lunch coming up at 11 o'clock, short orders to the hamburger steaks, and much more to be added to the menu. Open Monday through Friday. We're in work in progress. So let us know what you'd like for us to serve at Caroline's Country Store Kitchen.
Schofield here, and this is the WOPP birthday party for Wednesday, February 13th, 2019. Brought to you by the Sweet Shop, located inside the Farmers IGA in the Plaza. Let's say good morning and happy birthday to Scotty Grider. Also, Shieta Page. Kelly Whitman celebrates today. Doreen Bach also gets a candle on the cake. Jackie Boyette, happy birthday to you. Bridget Danford gets a birthday candle today, as does Anthony Hines. Cheryl Hampton celebrates today. Matthew Cook. Patricia Ann Hall gets a birthday wish today. And Porter Bess also getting a candle on the cake today. Let's check in with Robert and see who's on his list, and I'll be back with a winner in a moment.
All right, let me check my list. All right, today's Wednesday. Annie Bess, I believe you had a moment ago. Let's see who else might be having a birthday today. I don't have a very long list. Kelly Winsonette with a birthday today. Let's see who else with birthdays today. Cheryl Hampton, I think you may have had Cheryl too. And I got one more page to look at. Kevin Burge with a birthday today. Eddie Hoyle with a birthday today. And that is my list for today. Wow.
The IGA Sweet Shop offers custom cakes handmade to order birthday and anniversary cakes, as well as cakes for other special occasions like teen parties and teen parties. Call in your orders ahead of time at 493-9805. That's at the IGA Sweet Shop inside Farmers IGA in Lamar Plaza.
Let's say happy birthday and congratulations to our birthday party winner for the day, Bridget Danford. Happy birthday, Bridget. Hope you have a great birthday today. And be sure you swing by the radio station during our lobby hours. In the morning, 6 until 10, or in the afternoons, 2 until 5, and grab that coupon to get your free birthday cake from your friends at the Sweet Shop inside the Farmers IGA in Lamar Plaza, and your friends right here at your community radio station, WOPP.
News this hour from townhall.com. Rich Thomason. President Trump may not be pleased with the congressional border security compromise, but he does not anticipate another partial government shutdown.
A day after the bipartisan agreement was reached, the president was asked if he was happy with the compromise.
The answer is no. I'm not. I'm not happy.
He didn't say definitively if he would sign the deal, but did signal that the government is likely to remain open.
I don't think you're going to see a shutdown. I wouldn't want to go to it now. If you did have it, it's a Democrat's fault.
The president said the bottom line is the wall's getting built. Greg Clugston, the White House.
New York City police mourning the loss of one of their own. The tragedy compounded by word that it was a case of one officer mistakenly firing on a fellow officer.
At a late-night news conference at Jamaica Hospital Trauma Center, New York Mayor Bill de Blasio called it
Very difficult, painful night for our city.
Responding to a robbery in progress, Detective Brian Simonson was fatally shot. Even more tragic, Police Commissioner James O'Neill said,
At this hour, I will tell you that this appears to be an absolute tragic case of friendly fire.
Another officer was shot in the leg. The suspect was shot multiple times and was listed in stable condition. I'm Mike Rossi.
It's all about money. Denver teachers remain on strike, walking the picket lines for a third day in a pay dispute with the school district. Striker Noah Kaplan.
District and the union have been in
conversations for over 15 months. And I think we're hopeful, but we'll be here as long as we have to in order to make sure we're getting paid a fair living wage.
More talk scheduled later today, and this is also about money. The national debt passing a new milestone, topping $22 trillion for the very first time. Wall Street this morning, stock futures pointing to a higher open. Right now, Dow futures up 85 points, S&P futures 8 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Bring your loved one to Doc's and celebrate Valentine's Day with us from 5 p.m. until 8 p.m. We will have a Lovebird special. That includes a 16-ounce steak, 4 sides, 2 rolls, $29.99. Also on the menu, 12-ounce and 16-ounce steaks, chicken finger plates, catfish plates, and hamburger steaks. While you're there, be sure to register for the Valentine gift set to be given away. We look forward to serving you at Doc's Country Store, Valentine's Day, 5 o'clock until 8 p.m. Phone number 493-4004. Also on the menu for Friday night, sterling silver ribeye steaks, 12-ounce, $19.99. Sterling silver ribeye steaks, 16-ounce, $23.99. Chicken finger plates, 4-piece, fried or grilled, $9.99. Catfish plate, 2-piece, fried or grilled, $10.99. Hamburger steak plate, $9.99. Served with 2 sides, plus roll or hush puppies. Fries, baked potatoes, baked beans, potato salad, or salad. Tea, of course, sweet or unsweet. Fountain drinks and desserts can be had. Oh, yeah. Where are we talking about? Doc's on Friday night, 5 o'clock until 8 p.m. Doc's Country Store.
JR's Lawnmower Shop, folks. Hey, I've got selling on my mind. Power equipment. You're not going to find a better deal anywhere. We are your total source Husqvarna dealer, Steel dealer, Honda Power Equipment, Grasshopper, DR Trimmer. Not to even mention Easy Go golf carts, Yamaha golf carts. We will not be undersold. It won't be long before you're looking for that new piece of equipment. Please think of JR's. We have financing available, we have pickup and delivery available, and we're located right here in Opp, Alabama, down here in the Mill Village. JR's Lawnmower Shop, Opp, Alabama.
The results are in, and the people's choice for best internet and TV goes to Extreme, powered by Mediacom. If you need internet that delivers a superior performance, including future-forward speeds up to 1 gig, and smarter TiVo-powered TV that delivers more star power to every screen, switch to Extreme now and get up to 62% off for 1 year. That's Extreme Internet, TV, and phone for as low as $21.66 each a month for 1 year when bundled. With ultra-fast in-home Wi-Fi, the new Extreme Voice Remote, and no contract included. It's clear why Extreme is the winning choice. Hurry, call 800-SIMPLIFY now for details. You'll see why more people choose Extreme, powered by Mediacom. Call 800-SIMPLIFY today. Available to qualified new customers only. Switching from current internet provider. Price doesn't include activation, installation, motor rental, local broadcast station surcharge, regional sports surcharge, taxes and fees. Additional restrictions may apply. Not available in all areas.
It's opening weekend at Riddle Pace Field for Troy Baseball. Come join us this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as the Trojans take on Central Michigan. Friday 6 p.m. game will feature buy one, get one free tickets. And the first 500 fans receive a Troy baseball poster. Saturday's doubleheader at 1 and 4 will be Kids Takeover Day. Free admission for kids 12 and under, plus an inflatable bounce house. For tickets, visit TroyTrojans.com/tickets. And we'll see you this Friday through Sunday. Opening weekend at Riddle Pace Field.
The Opp Farmers Co-op and the Opp Stockyard Big and Small Equipment Sale Auction. Saturday, March the 2nd. Small equipment at 8 a.m., large equipment at 9. We'll be accepting large equipment for sale beginning February the 15th. Before you unload the equipment, call Mike, 334-475-0412. Henry, 850-890-6068. Or Bobby, 334-300-0471. And bring in the small equipment the week before the sale. The sale kicks off March as Rodeo Month in Opp. The Farmers Co-op Opp Stock Market Big and Small Equipment Auction, March the 2nd. The Opp Stockyard, 915 Florella Highway. New sale day is Tuesdays, 1 p.m. At the Opp Stockyard, we want our customers to know that our commissions and hauling rates are cheaper than anyone in the area. If you need assistance with your cattle needs, please call John Edwards at 850-978-0340 or Henry Alford 850-890-6068. We look forward to seeing you at the Op Stockyard each Tuesday. Sale begins at 1 p.m.
I'm Jay Michael.
And I'm Robert Booth.
Valentine's Day Sweetheart Pet Photo Contest.
Cat or dog, pig or fish, goat or horse, any pet welcome.
Winner will be announced on the morning show Valentine's Day.
Snap the sweetest picture of your pet and submit it to WOPP by 2 p.m. on February the 13th. If your photo is selected, you will win $100 bill.
You heard Robert right. Win a $100 bill.
From your community radio station, WOPP.
Here's your Wopp-Live LA weather. I'm Ron Tanner. For this morning, we expect sunny skies on a high 64 today. It'll be clear and cold tonight on a low 36. Have a mostly sunny Thursday with a high of 70. There's a chance for showers Thursday night. Humidity mostly high and mild with a low of 52. There's a 20% chance of rain Friday. Humidity mostly high with a high of 72. For the weekend, there's a 2 in 10 chance for shower activity Saturday with a high of 75. There's a chance for showers. We could have an afternoon thunderstorm on Sunday. Humidity mostly high with a high of 73. That's the latest Lower Alabama weather here in WOPP. Hey, 41 is our low this morning. The winds from the south, maybe a mile. The official sunrise at 6:29. The official sunset at 5:31. It is presently 46 degrees and sunny skies here at the studios of WOPP. Hey, what's cooking at the hospital? Well, I can take care of that. It's a Wednesday. We know this big breakfast thing is going on right now. You know, they have people from Goshen to come by there for breakfast on Wednesday mornings. Yeah, they do. Georgiana, yeah. Jay, Florida, yeah. I mean, it's a crazy, man, who you run into on Wednesdays at Mizell. And that's Mike's now at Mizell. That's what everybody calls it now. And, of course, they got the breakfast going. Now, at lunch, we got fried chicken, mac and cheese, turnip greens, lasagna, Brussels sprouts, and garlic bread. Tomorrow, we got beef stroganoff noodles, baby whole carrots, steamed broccoli. Oh, goodness gracious. Our special strawberry dessert made with love. Oh, man, tomorrow I know where I'm going. The cafeteria at Mizell Memorial Hospital. Hey, J.M. Jackson Buick, Chevrolet Buick, they can make it right. They know how to make it right, and you can buy it the right way, the J.M. Jackson way. Now, you know, sometimes you got this, I don't know whether I want that, I don't know. Yeah, well, they're used to that too. Yeah, all you got to do is walk on the lot. Bobby Hall, Jonathan Parrish, Cody Hall, Tori Reisenhower, Brad Booth, Kerry Laney, and Joey Laney will help you and walk you through the lot, and then also get an idea, you know, and hey, we ain't got we're gonna go to the computer. Yeah, we'll go to the computer and we'll look, we'll shop around there, and anyhow, we're gonna find that balance of what you're looking for and find that balance of what we can pay. Yeah, you gotta have that part. And then of course they're gonna bring in old Jay and make the you know, the way to get it done. Find the right source of making the payments. And then, of course, Nola's going to make sure the warranties are all there. And then Brock's going to make sure it's serviced. And I mean, they got it designed to do it right and treat you right at J.M. Jackson Chevrolet Buick. Buy it the right way, the J.M. Jackson way. And if there's any problems there, you call Jay. He'll take care of it. No problems. There won't be no problems when Johnny gets his hand in there. That's for sure. Doc's Country Store, Valentine. Oh, bring your loved one to Doc's tonight. Well, not tonight. Tomorrow night. Yeah, tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. To celebrate the Valentine Day with us from 5 o'clock until 8 p.m. We will have a Love Bird special. You heard me right. A Love Bird special that includes a 16-ounce steak, 4 sides and 2 rolls, $29.99. Also on the menu will be a 12-ounce, a 16-ounce steak, chicken finger plates, catfish plates, hamburger steaks. While you're there, be sure to register for the Valentine gift set to be given away, and we look forward to serving you. Now, if you're tied up Thursday night, can't make it with us on Thursday night because whatever the other obligations might be, don't forget, we'll be open Friday night as usual, and we'll have that sterling silver ribeye steak, 12-ounce for $19.99, the 16-ounce for $23.99.
We have the chicken finger plates, 4-piece, fried or grilled, $9.99. We got the catfish plate, 2 pieces, fried or grilled, $10.99. Hamburger steak plate, which is still very popular, $9.99. And you get the fresh salad bar. Ooh, we talking about good. That fresh salad bar is really good. Every Friday night, steak night at Doc's on the bypass. Carry out numbers 493-4004. And you're welcome to do that too. They'll put you up on that too. Now, I'm going to be telling you about an auction a little bit later this morning. And I mean, we're talking about an auction. I mean, we're talking about big equipment stuff coming in to Opp, Alabama. We're talking about a lot of folks in Alabama. Well, in Opp, Alabama, that is. They're going to be here on the first Saturday in March. Gee whiz. I mean, they'll have traffic jams, everything else. Hey, Jeffrey. I want to finish this. Before we get blocked. One of these nights, the Eagles here on WOPP. Nice having you in with us this morning. Hey, we got the Big Farmers Co-op and Op Stockyard Big and Small Equipment Sale going to be getting underway on March the 2nd. That's a Saturday. Small equipment starts at 8 o'clock. The large equipment starts at 9. But before that, we got to take the equipment in. And we'll be accepting the large equipment, the big equipment, starting February the 15th. You can call Mike, 334-475-0412, or Henry, 850-890-6086, or Bobby, 334-300-0471, and they'll be glad to do it for you. Hang on, I got a little thing doing some crazy things on the back over here. Well, it's taking forever to cycle and cycle and cycle. Cycle. Come on. I've hit in and it still don't want to. There, I hope maybe that'll get it. There, I got it. All right. It didn't like us playing that song. Facebook didn't want us to do that. Okay, we got you, Facebook. Meanie. They can be awful mean to us. Now, where was I? I was talking about the Op Farmers Co-op and the Op Stockyard Big and Small Equipment Sale. Coming up on Saturday, March the 2nd. Now, the assignment, once again, starts February the 15th for the large equipment. Bring it in. And then the small is the week of the sale. Sale kind of kicks off the March rodeo month in Op, Alabama, and we're looking forward to it. We're going to have a big time, and you have a big time. And also check out the Op Farmers Facebook. Yeah, the Facebook. We'll be putting pictures up of the different things that comes in at the Op Stockyard, and that we'll be telling you more and more about it as we get stuff come in on it. All right, now what do I need to tell you? I need to tell you about the Country Kitchen. That's what I need to tell you about. Let me find my cue sheet for that. Done told you about that. Here we go. All right. Saturday and Sunday breakfast bar went over fantastic last weekend. It'll be back this weekend and every weekend. Breakfast bar, tea and coffee included every weekend, $5.79 plus tax. Oh man! Now Thursday, Friday, and Saturday we got the Sweetheart Special. Bring your sweetheart in. Oh yeah, 2 for $22.99 plus tax. The choices are a 16-ounce T-bone, 12-ounce ribeye, or 12-ounce New York strip, 2 sides, and a dessert, tea or coffee, $22.99. You heard me right. Yeah. And they can have new hours at the Country Kitchen. Monday through Wednesday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And Thursday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's the Country Kitchen right across from Dice Music. Oh, you know where we're talking about? Oh, lots of folks are enjoying the specials and all the. They got a $3 breakfast there too. They've home of the $3 breakfast. Still serving it even to the other. That's every day. Pretty cool, I tell you. It really is. It really is cool. Let's see what else I need to tell you. Oh, I know what it is. I need to tell you about Caroline's Country Stores. Number 1 is up on 84, and now the kitchen is back open. They're serving breakfast right now, and they have short orders for lunch, including hamburger steak. Number 2 is in Antioch. Number 3 is at the 134 in the county line where the Copper Kettle is. It's time for that? Okay. Well, pretty near time to it. Number 4 is the Guff Station on the Florella Highway. Now, the stores 1, 2, and 3 open at 6 a.m. Number 4, the Guff place opens at 5. Stays open to 9, where the other stores shut it down at about 7. And of course, on weekends, the Guff place is open till 11. Yeah, that's on the Florella Highway where they have that carol scene by the pump. Yeah, baby doll. And don't forget now, kitchen's back open at the Caroline's Country Store number 1 on 84 East, where they have the U-Hauls. Well, we're running out of time on that song, Show Me the Way. I love that song, but we got to go all the way to Washington, D.C. for the very latest.
President Trump is not happy with the compromised border security deal produced by congressional negotiators.
It's not doing the trick.
Nonetheless, the president does not anticipate another partial government shutdown at week's end. And the top Senate Republican urges Mr. Trump to sign the border security bill.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell spoke with the president yesterday and recommended he sign the measure into law. McConnell says the president got a pretty good deal in border security negotiations, even though funding falls more than $4 billion short for the long-promised wall along the U.S.-Mexico border. The president has suggested he'll sign it, saying he doesn't want to see another government shutdown. Greg Clugston, the White House.
The Senate plans a vote on a Democratic environmental plan that critics deride as a costly fantasy. We get details in this report.
Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says this will give everybody an opportunity to go on the record. The Green New Deal is championed by freshman New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. It would shift the economy, replacing oil and coal with wind and solar power.
We should do it because we should lead.
The plan has been mocked by Republicans, including President Trump.
It sounds like a high school term paper that got a low mark.
The vote will test how far left some potential presidential candidates in the Senate are willing to go, risking leaving moderate voters behind.
Not gonna happen, folks. Don't worry. It's not gonna happen.
The proposal calls for dramatic steps to virtually eliminate greenhouse gas emissions by 2030. Ed Donahue, Washington.
One New York City police officer mistakenly shot and killed by a fellow officer happened last night in Queens as officers responded to an armed robbery at a cell phone store. Wall Street this morning, stock futures higher, Dow futures up 104 points, S&P futures better by 10 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
CCB time is 6. Make that whole. Come back here. 8. There we go. 8:33. Gee whiz, time flying, huh? 8:33 for you to. It's time for you to drop by CCB here and meet our local staff, talk over our local community activities, talk over your banking needs. Member FDIC. Good morning. I'm Robert Booth for Dateline Action News, Ops #1 local news. This edition is brought to you by S&B Communications, J.M. Jackson, the Farmers IGA, Power South, CCB Community Bank, Mizell Memorial Hospital, Hardee's, and the Woodmore.
Manage your debit cards at the touch of a button. CCB's mobile app now provides you with more confidence and peace of mind with our new Card Valet feature. Card Valet gives you greater control and security over using your debit card. Turn your debit card on and off, receive alerts, and manage usage restrictions at the touch of a button. Just one more way CCB makes your life easier. CCB Community Bank, serving our community since 1947. Member FDIC.
Alabama is getting a new area code. With the news flash, I'm Trey Westerberg on your hometown radio station 1290 WOPP. The AT&T says the 659 area code will be used in parts of west central Alabama in April. The new code will be an addition to the 205 area code, not a replacement for it. Governor Kay Ivey has announced a plan to build 3 new regional prisons that will house thousands of prisoners. The governor said the Alabama Department of Corrections is seeking proposals from contractors. After reviewing those, the administration will then decide how to proceed. The former bookkeeper at a church thrift store is charged with stealing more than $100,000 from the operation. 39-year-old Erin Glenn is free on bond after being accused of embezzling from a thrift store owned by the Mobile Catholic Archdiocese. Court records show she's charged with theft. Records also show money was missing between 2015 and 2018. With the news flash, I'm Trey Westerberg on your hometown radio station 1290 WOPP.
At Hardee's, we love to surprise people. Not like getting summoned to jury duty or mistaking your backpack for a parachute. Our surprises are good. Like adding our delicious loaded omelet biscuit to our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. Choose between our loaded omelet biscuit, our tasty Frisco breakfast sandwich, our bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, or our savory sausage and egg biscuit. Get any 2 for $4. It's the best kind of surprise. I mean, it's no pulling into a paid parking meter, but it's a close second.
Hardee's because it tastes better.
Offer available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating Hardee's restaurants. Price and
Cricket
participation may
Lounge
vary.
presents the Sports Flash, driven by Jeep on your hometown station, 1290 WOPP. Mississippi State beat Alabama 81-62 in Starkville Tuesday night as the Crimson Tide dropped to 6-5 in the SEC. Kyra Lewis led Alabama, had 17 points. Tevin Mack with 13. Dante Hall 11 points along with 7 rebounds. Alabama trailed at halftime by 13 points. They lose by 19. Host the Florida Gators on Saturday in Tuscaloosa. Auburn in action tonight taking on the Ole Miss Rebels. The Tigers had a 3-game win streak end on Saturday with a loss in Baton Rouge to LSU. Currently, the Tigers are 16-7, 5-5 in the SEC, while the Rebels have won 2 straight. NASCAR running 2 races Thursday to determine the rest of the running order for Sunday's 500. Each race will run 150 miles. Front row already locked up. William Byron on the pole. Teammate Alex Bowman also on row 1. Jeep's President's Day sales event features a motorcade of the most awarded SUVs ever at your local Jeep dealer. I'm Tony Desiri on your hometown station, 1290 WOPG.
This is Brock Ballard, Service Manager at J.M. Jackson Buick Chevrolet. At J.M. Jackson, we pride ourselves on providing excellent service after the sale. That is why we're the #1 ranked dealer for customer satisfaction in our region. We provide your vehicle with the highest quality GM parts to help keep your vehicle safe and to help protect your huge investment in an automobile. We have fully factory trained technicians to help diagnose and fix the problem right the first time. So come join us at J.M. Jackson and find out why our sales and service department are ranked #1 in customer satisfaction.
Mahindra presents the Race Flash, powered by Aviation Radio. The Australian Supercar Series is working with IndyCar on a joint event at Surfers Paradise in Australia. The 2 series will work together on the event rather than separate race events, which means the infrastructure would be in place to make it easier for IndyCar to race at Surfers Paradise. The race event could happen within the next couple of years. Jimmy Johnson won the Advanced Auto Parts Clash at Daytona Sunday. The Clash winner has gone on to win the Daytona 500 just 5 times. Johnson triggered a late race crash that knocked Paul Menard, the leader, out of the race and collected 17 of the 20 cars in the field. Menard says that Johnson's aggressive side drafting caused the accident, but Johnson says he doesn't wreck people to win races. That's your Mahindra Race Flash, powered by Aviation Radio.
Mizell Memorial Hospital wants you to know when you respond to a stroke, every minute counts. Use the acronym FAST, FAST, to know if it is a stroke. Face, numbness or tingling, severe headache or difficulty seeing. Arms, numbness or weakness. Speech, trouble speaking or slurred speech. Time, if you observe any of these signs, call 911 immediately. Mizell Memorial Hospital is a member of Southeast Alabama Medical Center Stroke Care Network and can provide patients with the highest level of advanced stroke care, which means
hey fella, how you doing?
Quicker response time.
Looking for a check. Didn't get one last time.
Hospital, every day making a difference.
I didn't mean to.
Do you know what today is? It's Valentine's Day, February the 14th, and I encourage you. There's an African
If you had the damn things in there when they're supposed to be, there would have been no mistake. You just have got them there, and they're supposed to be in there at 8 o'clock.
Have you ever thought of life that way? All of us want things to go our way all the time, but life doesn't work like that.
Don't listen.
Jesus said, "In this world you will have tribulation."
It's not in the.
But then he said,
I didn't see it.
Be of good cheer.
Put somewhere different.
And did you ever get your W-2 form?
Trouble is a fact of life. But
No, I
in
assume
the midst of
Elizabeth
trouble,
has that.
Jesus
No, I got it.
gives us
Hang
victory.
on.
Won't you allow him to provide all you need to face the good times and the bad in your life? He's willing and able to provide victory, even when things look the darkest.
Okay,
And
now.
it's usually through the storms
Now
of
we go
life
back. Now we
that
go
we
back.
learn our most
Now we go
valuable
back.
lessons. So today,
Okay,
put your
that'll be it.
trust.
Betty Sperling Foley, age 87, a resident of Alpha, passed away Monday at her home. Graveside
That's
services
right.
will be held at Evergreen Cemetery on Thursday at 11 a.m. Visitation will be at Hayes Funeral Home.
Listen gives me
10
trouble
until
with that. Listen to
10:45
load right.
Thursday. Betty
I don't know
Sperling
why.
Foley
You
is
don't watch
survived
it.
by a son, Timothy
Damn.
Foley. Tony Hall, age 53, of Andalusia, passed away Sunday. Survived
be
by
on your
daughter
desk?
Michelle Stopovich, mother
Should be able to
Eddie
write.
Case James, sisters
Hang
Whitney Bergeron and Sidney James.
I can get this damn thing loaded, I'll be able to go up
Wife
there.
Robin, Jerry Hall and wife Karen, Denise Hall. Services for Tony Hall will be Friday at 2 p.m.
from the Evans Funeral Home. Visitation will be 1 hour before services. James Bryant J.B. McCathan, Jr., age 53 of Ocala, passed away February the 3rd in Ocala. He'll be forever remembered by his wife, Lee, brothers Kevin and Gary, sister Brenda Conyers, parents Norma, Luke, and Jolie, nieces, and nephews. Funeral services for James Bryant J.B. McCathan will be this Saturday, 11 a.m. at the Pleasant Home Baptist Church. The family will be receiving friends 9:30 until service time. Burial will be at the church cemetery. Memorial donations may be made to the Ocala Farm Ministry in Ocala or the Old Friends Farm in Georgetown, Kentucky. Rusty Shane Townsend, age 38 of Florella, passed away Sunday. Survived by mother Juanita Rayburn Townsend, brothers Andy Townsend and wife Dora, Tim Townsend and sisters Robin Townsend and Celesta Manning. Services for Rusty Townsend will be Sunday at 3 p.m. at the Evans Funeral Home. Visitation will be 1 hour before services. Jean Sasser, age 81 of Florella, passed away Sunday. Survived by daughter Tracy Worrell, husband Dennis, son Lynn Sasser, wife
I'll be able to get
Sheree,
it as soon as
I got it,
grandchildren,
I'll get that
numerous
up for it later.
great-grandchildren, brother Rex Qualls and wife Mary.
I didn't pick it up the week it was written.
Jean Sasser to be announced by Evans
And I came
Funeral Home.
back Monday or
Funerals are
Tuesday.
added to our
and it
local
wasn't
homes
there,
as
so
soon as possible
I didn't
after
know where it might
receiving
have gone
them
to,
from
so I
the
didn't
funeral
know if it-
home.
Hang on.
Funerals are also
Missed
posted
or
daily
what?
on the
Hang on.
WOPP Facebook page.
This is Brock Butler, service manager at J.M. Jackson Buick.
I'm back where it's supposed to be
At
now.
J.M. Jackson, we pride ourselves on providing excellent service after the sale. That is why we're the #1 ranked dealer for customer satisfaction in our region. We provide your vehicle with the highest quality GM parts to help keep your vehicle safe and to help protect your huge investment in automobile. We have fully factory trained technicians to help diagnose and fix the problem right the first time. So come join us at J.M. Jackson and find out why our sales and service department are ranked #1 in customer satisfaction.
At Mizell Memorial Hospital, our mission is to provide the highest quality health care in a Christian manner with hometown compassion to the communities we serve. We have knowledgeable physicians and exceptional staff who work hard every day to address the needs of our patients. We provide a range of services like our senior behavioral care unit, sleep center, emergency department, or wellness center. Mizell Memorial Hospital has been a part of the community for over 60 years and is committed to quality and compassion. We are proud to be your community hospital. Mizell Memorial Hospital, every day making a difference.
Press release from Drug Task Force this past Thursday. They conducted a stop on Foreman Circle here in Opp for several traffic infractions. During the course of the stop, it was determined that the driver, Daniel Ray Jackson, was in possession of a loaded .45 caliber handgun and a loaded AK-47. Jackson was placed under arrest for outstanding warrants. Agents are investigating further charges for weapon violations, possession of firearms, while being a convicted felon. The Drug Task Force also received information there were several subjects smoking marijuana at an apartment complex by the road. Agents arrived and seen the subjects smoking marijuana, Josh Crenshaw, Reginald Thompson, and Odaris Wormack. They were all charged with possession of marijuana, second degree, possession of drug paraphernalia. The Drug Task Force agents also conducted a traffic stop on South Cotton Street in Andalusia for several traffic infractions. During the course of the stop, agents noticed the passenger attempting to swallow narcotics. Laterist Jones was placed under arrest for possession of controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia, and tampering with physical evidence. The driver, Corey Page, was found to be in possession of a smoking device used to consume controlled substance. Page was placed under arrest for possession of controlled substance and possession of drug paraphernalia. From the Opp Police Department on Monday night at 10:06 p.m., officers arrested a 21-year-old male of Andalusia for false identity to obstruction of justice on Martin Street. The male subject gave officers a false name because he had a misdemeanor warrant through the Andalusia Municipal Court. The Opp Police Department reporting 4 in their jail. Andalusia Police Department reporting 4 in their jail. Covington County Sheriff Department booked in 9. 1 for NWI, 3 counts of bad checks, 1 wholly for another agency, 2 failure to appear, 1 violation of probation, 1 domestic violence, 3rd degree criminal mischief, 2 bond revocations, 1 for public intoxication, disorderly conduct, 9 released, 3 of those sent to the Department of Correction, 226 in the Covington County Jail. It's not about the needle, it's about the need. 1 pint of blood saves 3 lives. Give local, save lives.
Life South, Community Blood Drive, Mizell Memorial Hospital, in the Bloodmobile, today, 11 o'clock until 5 p.m. Every donor receives a Fandango movie ticket. The Cumberland County Grassroots Alliance will be registering people to vote on Saturday between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. at 1103 South 3 Dodge Street East, across from BB&T Bank. To be eligible to vote, you must be 18 years old and an American or a naturalized citizen. Grand opening, Larry Norris, Physician's Assistant, Mizell Medical Clinic, Thursday, February the 21st. Ribbon cutting reception at 2 p.m. Join us, meet Larry and his staff, tour the facility, enjoy refreshments and door prizes. 103 Memorial Avenue, Suite A, here in Opp. If you can't be there, join the WOPP Live Facebook broadcasts. We are now accepting nominations for the Grand Marshal of the world's smallest St. Patrick's Day Parade. The parade will be held on Saturday, March the 16th, in downtown Enterprise. If you or someone you know would like to be considered for the historical honor, contact the Enterprise Chamber of Commerce.
Buck Creek Baptist Church is partnering with Ironworks Men's Ministries to host their first ever men's conference this month. With men's ministry slacking all across the nation, Buck Creek Baptist Church's pastor Tyler Ingram said he wanted to do something about it. This is not the same conference that the Ironworks Ministries host during the summer, but something that Ingram wanted to participate in. Ingram said that the conference also isn't a recruiting tool for Buck Creek Baptist Church, but a way to reach men across the county. The conference will focus on forgiveness, marriage, and financial stability. David Pate from Real Word Outdoors will be the keynote speaker. Pate preaches to multitudes of people via social media, churches, wild game dinners, revivals, and outdoor events. There will also be a clay shoot and fellowship games after lunch. The cost to attend the men's conference is $20 and anybody is welcome. The deadline for registration is February the 18th. The event is set for 8 a.m. until 1 p.m. on Saturday, February the 23rd. And for more information, you can call 334-488-1386.
The Opp and Covington County Area Chamber of Commerce is now taking nominations for the 2019 Hall of Fame. Applications for making nominations for consideration by the Hall of Fame Selection Committee may be picked up at the Opp Chamber of Commerce at 200 South Main Street or downloaded at the Chamber's website. Deadline for submitting application is Friday, March the 8th. The February meeting of the Covington County Volunteer Organization Active in Disaster will be Tuesday, February the 19th at 5:30 p.m. at the Covington Baptist Association on Highway 84. We would like everyone that can to join us for our meeting. We are planning to have our trailer and supplies on site and laying out a mock drill at the meeting. This will include learning to set up cots and labeling a shelter with signage. That's the Volunteer Organization Active in Disaster meeting on Tuesday, February the 19th at 5:30 p.m. at the Covington Baptist Association.
If you look around, this place has changed a lot over the years. Our community has grown. New businesses, new people, new demands on our electric system. But one thing has remained the same. Your Touchstone Energy partner is as committed to providing reliable power at a reasonable price now as they were when the lines were first strung. Rest assured, that commitment won't ever change.
The Opp City Utilities, your local Touchstone Energy cooperative.
S&P Communications on the North Bypass here in Opp for your professional radio communication and tower needs here in South Alabama. Call on Jay Spurling and staff for all your generator needs for your business or your home. The in-place generator or the portable generators. Don't be without power during or after the storm. Sale, installation, and service. Call S&P Communications, 493-6729. We know how to keep the lights on. The Opp Bobcats used a huge second half to knock off the Houston Academy Raiders 73-47 in the Class 3A sub-regionals in Opp Tuesday night. With the win, the Bobcats advanced to the Class 3A Southeast Regionals at the Garrett Coliseum on Saturday in Montgomery. Opp will play Bullitt County at 4:30. Go Bobcats! Join us on Valentine's Day in Trojan Arena as the women's basketball team takes on Georgia State. We'll celebrate Valentine's Day with buy one, get one free tickets and free ice cream for the fans while the supply lasts. Need to grab a rose for your Valentine?
Well, we'll have roses for the first 50 fans, courtesy of the Publix. Door opens at 5 Valentine afternoon, tip-off at 6. The 2019 Up High School Boosters Banquet is Thursday at 7 p.m. at Up Middle School Multipurpose Room. A steak dinner and a chance to win $5,000. Get your banquet ticket from a Booster Club officer. $100 donation, a meal for two, a chance for $5,000. Go Bobcats! Up High School 2019 baseball count. Join us for fun-filled morning. Hitting, pitching, throwing, catching, infield, outfield, guest speaker, and much more. This Friday, 9 o'clock until 12 noon. Registration 8:30 until 9. Op Sports Complex for grades 1st through the 6th. Cost is $35, includes a t-shirt. Any questions, call Coach Cassidy, 334-504-0906. The UP alumni game will be Friday at 7 p.m. at Merchants Field. You're invited to come on out and enjoy the game. There's no gate admission. Donation will be accepted for the baseball program. The 24th annual Swamp Supper is here, so let's have a gobbling good time. The cooking begins at 10 a.m. Guest speaker this year will be Nathan Duncan. There's all kinds of food to eat, like grilled quail, burgers, turkey, camp stew, rabbit, deer, frog leg, chicken, bacon, fish, jambalaya, gumbo, salt pork, alligator, and much more. Everyone's welcome to come set up, cook, and share. There's no cost. Rain or shine, at the Tom Hartman Farm Center in Luverne. Men and boys only. For more information, call Steve DeFree, 334-304-0413, or Dennis Mosley, 334-670-1002. Boots and Blossoms, Spring Horse Ride, Saturday, March the 2nd, Geneva State Forest Lake. Registration 8:30 until 9:30. Ride out at 10. Donation of $10 or more greatly appreciated. Overnight primitive camping, $2 per person over 15. Proceeds support community education and recreation at Geneva State Forest. For more information, check out our Facebook page or call Donna 334-343-0271. That's Dateline Action News. Ops only, locally owned and operated news service. Hear it first on WOPB and repeated later across town.
Hometown shopping just makes sense.
This is your hometown.
There's things that my dad used to do when I was growing up. When I walked out the door, he would say, "Do you have gas in the car and a quarter to call if you need me?" Now, it's time to take care of my dad.
At Comfort Care Hospice, we consider it an honor to care for those with life-limiting illness. We care for their physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual needs, enhancing their quality of life and your peace of mind. And because we're based in your community, we can be by your side when you need us, day or night. Comfort Care, the right hospice, right here.
S&P Communications on the North Bypass here in Opp for your professional radio communication and tower needs here in South Alabama. Call on Jay Sperling and staff for all your generator needs for your business or your home. The in-place generator or the portable generators. Don't be without power during or after the storm. Sell, installation, and service. Call S&P Communications 493-6729. We know how to keep the lights on.
Are you tired of calling your pharmacy and hearing this?
To refill a prescription, press 1. To hear pharmacy hours and information, press 3. To speak to the pharmacy, press 0.
Then hang up your phone and give us a call at 493-4517. TNC Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy, where you will talk directly to one of our friendly pharmacy staff members without having to remember which number to press. We will gladly transfer your prescriptions from your current pharmacy to our pharmacy. Your insurance copay will be the same. If you pay cash, we offer competitive cash prices. So skip the hassle and give us a call at TNC Pharmacy, 101 Parish Avenue, Opp, Alabama.
Owners and staff of the Woodmore want to invite everyone in the Opp and surrounding area to come by and see what assisted living is all about. With extra clean facilities, wonderful home cooking, and around-the-clock staffing, the Woodmore is a place that anyone would love to call home. It's also a place that family members and friends will enjoy coming by to visit, talk, and spend time. Whether it's in the back sunroom, the den, or dining area, or strolling around the walking trail or pond, you and your family will always feel comfortable and welcome. That's what taking care of our seniors is all about. So give Donna a call at the Woodmore, 493-2721.
Here's your WeatherBug LA weather. I'm Rod Tanner. For this morning, we expect sunny skies and a high of 64 today. Going to be clear and cold tonight, a low 36. But mostly sunny Thursday with a high of 70. There's a chance for showers Thursday night. Humidity mostly high and mild with a low of 52. There's a 20% chance of rain Friday. Humidity mostly high with a high of 72. For the weekend, there's a 2 in 10 chance for shower activity Saturday with a high of 75. There's a chance for showers. We could have an afternoon thunderstorm on Sunday. Humidity mostly high with a high of 73. That's the latest Lower Alabama weather here in WOPP.
Hey, 41 degrees is our low this morning. The winds, well, they're from the south, maybe a mile. Chance of rain, well, 0 for the day and tonight. 6:29 was our sunrise. 5:31 is our sunset. Sunny skies, 49 degrees here at the studios of WOPP. Hey, we got Tripp coming in, talk about sports. We got Coach McVay to come in and talk about girls softball. Who knows what we'll talk about? Just hang in there with us this morning. We got the Opp High School cheerleaders coming in on Friday. Well, Trey.
Good morning there, my friends, and welcome back again to Moments with the Master. My name is Trey Poole. I am the minister of the gospel right here at the Opp Church of Christ. And Robert, you're right. It does help to get a little bit closer to the microphone. So we are excited to be here, and we're going to do that. We're going to move up and get situated, and we're going to get right back into this lesson that I have simply called the wonder-working Word of God. We're talking about the power, the dynamite of God's Word in our lives. We have seen how the Word of God as a mirror shows us our true reflection. And you know what, Robert? The mirrors don't lie. The Word of God as a hammer comes in and breaks our pride as we see our true self in that mirror of God's Word. We understand how sinful and how much we fall short and miss the mark in doing what God would have us to do and being what God would have us to be. Yesterday we talked about how the Word of God as a balm, you know, like Neosporin, that medicine that comes in and just heals our sin-sick soul. Well, today we're going to be looking at another item, if you will, an object, a way that we can visually see and begin to learn better and understand more about the power of God's Word in our lives. Today we're going to look at seed, the Word of God as seed. I have in my hand here, as I preached this lesson this past Sunday morning to our congregation, a chestnut seed. A chestnut seed. You know, the idea behind seeds is they are sown into the ground. They are planted. They're watered. They are taken care of, and that seed dies and produces life. Something grows from that seed. When we think about the seed of the Word of God, we think about how God's Word has the power to bring about new life that is transformed and sanctified into the image and for the glory of God. In fact, when Jesus told the parable of the sower in Luke chapter 8, Jesus explained in verse number 11 what the seed was. He said that the seed is the Word of God. Think about that. Think about a farmer going out and sowing the seed that he has in his bag. He is sowing it, broadcasting it everywhere that he possibly can. The seed is the Word of God. James chapter number 1. James chapter 1, verse number 21. James says, "Therefore lay aside all filthiness and overflow of wickedness, and receive with meekness
The implanted word. I like that imagery. The implanted word, like that farmer sowing that seed, maybe even placing the seed in the soil with his own fingers. He pushes it down into that rich, fertile soil. He covers it up and begins to water it. The implanted word, which is able to save your souls. In fact, in 1 Peter chapter number 2 and verse number 22, Scripture says here, who committed no sin, nor was deceit found in his mouth. Who, when he was reviled, did not revile in return. When he suffered, he did not threaten, but committed himself to him who judges righteously. And so when we think about the seed of the Word of God, we need to know that it's got to be planted in the soil. Got to be planted in the soil, or it's going to do no good. Let's go back to 1 Peter for a moment as we run out of time this morning. In 1 Peter chapter 1, we find these words at verse number 23. Having been born again, not of corruptible seed, but of incorruptible, through the word of God, which lives and abides forever. The seed of the word of God. Jesus said in John chapter 6, verse 63, the words that I speak to you, they are spirit and they are life. They are spirit and they are life. And that's exactly what seed does. Seed, when it is sown and cultivated, brings growth, and growth brings life. Oh, so the wonder-working power of the Word of God is much like a seed that is sown into the very hearts of men and women. And when that soil is fertile, it is good soil, it will produce a harvest. Well, our time is gone for today. We will come back again, Lord willing, tomorrow and continue on. By the way, Lord willing, tonight at 6 o'clock, we're going to meet here at the Opp Church of Christ for Bible study and fellowship. We'd love for you to come and be with us and see for yourself what's going on here at the Opp Church of Christ. May God bless you today.
Come and get the best donuts in the Wiregrass at the Opp Donut Shop, featuring classic yeast glazed and designer donuts. Tired of the same old dry biscuits in the morning? Try their delicious breakfast sandwich made of a glazed or plain yeast roll with bacon or sausage, egg, and cheddar cheese. And don't forget the coffee. Their premium coffee is the best around. Plus, they have iced coffee, cappuccino, frappes, and soft drinks. For lunch, try a delicious BLT with your choice of cheeses. The Opp Donut Shop, located at 112 West Covington Avenue, across from the Opp Gun Shop. Call 493-0830 and order a dozen donuts today.
New hours. Now open Tuesday through Saturday, 6 a.m. until 2 p.m.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. President Trump is not happy with the compromised border security deal produced by congressional negotiators.
It's not doing the trick.
Nonetheless, the president does not anticipate another partial government shutdown at week's end. The top Senate Republican urges Mr. Trump to sign the border security bill.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell spoke with the president yesterday and recommended he sign the measure into law. McConnell says the president got a pretty good deal in border security negotiations, even though funding falls more than $4 billion short for the long-promised wall along the U.S.-Mexico border. The president has suggested he'll sign it, saying he doesn't want to see another government shutdown. Greg Clugston, the White House.
The Senate plans a vote on a Democratic environmental plan that critics deride as a costly fantasy. You got details in this report.
Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says this will give everybody an opportunity to go on the record. The Green New Deal is championed by freshman New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. It would shift the economy, replacing oil and coal with wind and solar power.
We should do it because we should lead.
The plan has been mocked by Republicans, including President Trump.
It sounds like a high school term paper.
All the way around,
Got a
Coach.
little more.
Huh?
The vote will
I'm telling the
test
coach all the way
how
around.
left some potential presidential candidates in the Senate are willing to go, risking leaving moderate voters behind.
Not gonna happen, folks. Don't worry. It's not gonna happen.
The proposal calls for for dramatic steps to virtually eliminate greenhouse gas emissions by 2030. Ed Donahue, Washington.
One New York City police officer mistakenly shot and killed by a fellow
Well, actually,
officer
I think it
happened
has both
last night
ways.
in Queens. As officers responded
You ain't
to
gotta work
a
close.
robbery at a cell phone store. Wall Street this morning, stock futures higher, Dow futures up 104 points, S&P futures better by 10 points. More on these stories. Town
I
Hall.
saw people last night that I had not seen that basketball game in years.
Annual Op Rattlesnake Rodeo is Saturday and
You was
Sunday,
posting at 4 o'clock this morning.
23rd and 24th. The weekend
Yeah,
includes
about,
snake
I was about
races, buck
5:30.
dancing,
That's when I
crazy
woke
pole
up. I
climbing,
went to sleep.
pit
I was
rides,
tired.
jazz music by Slim and the Soulful Saints. Several local
I think that was
artists,
the most Op
including
fans I've
Op's
seen.
own Nashville recording artist, Martin McDaniel.
Yeah, that mayor was there.
On Saturday, Tyler Farr.
You knew she got a grandson playing.
She'll be among
And on
us.
Sunday at 3
You
p.m.,
know she
Craig
will be.
Morgan hits the stage.
Yeah.
Tickets are on sale now at City Hall, $10 in advance or $15 at the gate. Kids under 6 are free.
Yeah.
Open at 8 a.m. Saturday and 10 a.m. Sunday. Come on out and have a good time at the
Well, it used
Rattlesnake
to be
Rodeo.
the place.
It's a cattle barn. That's what it is.
I've seen great concerts there, though, boy.
I mean,
Well, alcohol was involved.
I've been to the fair there. I've been to wrestling there. I mean, it's a good place to have something.
Nobody
It just doesn't seem like it's a good place for basketball. Of course, I think it's going to be better than the Civic Center in Dover.
told the Pelicans he does
That's
not
dark. That's the
play for
darkest
team
building I've
anymore.
ever been in.
Golden State won their fifth in a row, 115
It's,
over Utah, and
it's,
increased their Western Conference lead to 3 games over Idle Denver.
Should be a
big.
Troy.
I mean,
Hayward
it's,
scored 26
oh,
points.
yeah.
Go-ahead three-pointer.
Man, all the others are at college campuses. Why not let this one play?
112-109. Hayward says he was able to play in all around the
Troy,
game.
Mobile.
One thing, it's
Did they bid it out or what?
different.
How did
They
they
did.
Just
Yeah,
really well.
it was in Mobile. It was Detroit one time. Then they moved it to Mobile,
on defensive end.
and they moved it over to Dothan.
And that's
Now
just
it's
playing hard and
but
being in the
two
right
of them
spot.
Montgomery.
Celtics fourth in the East. San Antonio beat
City
Memphis
Montgomery
107.
probably
The
good more
Spurs
money.
broke a four-game
I'm
losing
sure.
skid. Rookie Trey Young had 22
Good for them.
points.
They
Leading
went money
past
on
the
that.
Lakers 117-113. This is SRN Sports.
They're going to bid more than the college.
Quicken Loans presents the Sports Flash.
I guess so. The ones up north, they've been at Jacksonville State
College
and
basketball, Mississippi State with an
Wallace
82
Uh-huh.
victory for Alabama on Tuesday in
years.
Starkville as Alabama drops to 6-5 in the SEC. Crimson Tide led by Kira Lewis. He had 17 points. Kevin Mack with 13. Dante Hall
20% chance of rain Friday. Humidity mostly high with a high of 72. For the weekend, there's a 2 in 10 chance for shower activity Saturday with a high of 75. There's a chance for showers. We could have an afternoon thunderstorm on Sunday. Humidity mostly high with a high of 73. That's the latest low run of here in WOPP.
Hey, 41's our low. It's presently 50 degrees and sunny skies here at the studios of WOPV. Good morning, Trip.
Good morning.
And we got Coach McVillian with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good having you out this morning.
Thank you, sir. It's good to be here.
Always excited about girls softball in Opp, Alabama. We got really aware of it several years ago. Of course, having an employee that played it helped a lot. Get really involved in it, and then when we broadcast some, even before she got involved, we found out the intensity of girls softball, and the fans really like it because it's condensed.
Right.
Yeah. And it's really caught on with, I think the sports channel says it's the #2 sport on sports channels now.
Probably so.
Yeah.
It's definitely grown.
It's a little different coaching girls over guys, isn't it?
It is. It is. You have to handle certain situations in a different way. That's for sure.
Patience, I understand, a big thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You learn to grow patience if you don't have any, for sure.
And I remember another coach that we had for a long time, he said, don't get on them when they make the mistake. Wait a little while because they're going to get on themselves enough and then tell them what they've done wrong. Is that about right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
They're harder on themselves than probably anyone else is on them, for sure.
Yeah. Guys kind of just got a tendency of letting it run through their head. And
That's right. That's right. They'll shrug it off a lot easier.
Yeah. But it's like that pitching mound is so close to the batter to me, and then they chunk it so fast. Gee whiz! Most good baseball players cannot hit a softball.
I don't think I could hit it. I've been coaching it now for about 6 years, and I've never stepped in the box because I don't want to be
Embarrassed?
with the strikeout that's coming my way because I wouldn't be able to hit it either.
So you don't see many times the old timers or anything like that want to challenge the girls softball team. You don't see that happen very often.
No, sir, we don't see that too often.
They're welcome to try it if they want to.
Anytime. Practice is always open. Come on.
They probably want slow pitch.
You reckon that's what they'd want?
That's what I would want anyway.
I don't know. These girls would go for slow pitch, though. Would they?
Probably.
They don't know the definition of it.
They never had slow pitch, have they?
That's right. They've never seen it, so they wouldn't even know what we were talking about.
Yeah. You lost a lot from last year's team.
That's correct. Graduated 8 last year.
That's a lot.
That is.
In a small town, small school system. So that means you got a young team?
Yes, sir. I would say we're pretty young. I think when we line up to play our first game on the 21st, varsity-wise, we'll have 2 young ladies on the field that have, quality game experience on the varsity level. So I would say
That
we're
seven
young,
been pulled up, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You do have return of a pitcher, though, right?
Well, we actually have three of our 4 pitchers from last year are returning this year.
That really helps in girls softball, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
Mhm.
That is that's the position that can either dominate a game, can keep you in a game, or can put you behind the 8 ball right off the bat, so to speak. And we have 3 coming back from last year that have quality innings, and know what it takes, and has worked really hard in the off season to get better than even what they were last year.
So you'll be rotating them quite a bit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Especially early on, we don't want to softball such a long season. We don't want to wear arms out in the first month and a half. So we try to rotate them early on, and then towards the end, we'll start leaning towards 1 or 2, and roll with it from there.
Y'all get in some crazy tournaments. Play a bunch of games and a lot of waiting time. And I remember going to one, found out they're still playing it about 10 o'clock one night in Elba, Alabama. So I guess went over there and caught the last 2 innings of it. And it must have been 10 o'clock at night.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can't ever tell when you go to those things what weather's going to do, and you'll have some delays here and there, and it'll set you back. Our area tournament last year, what time was it we started at Trip?
Started that morning. It was well after midnight when we got through.
So I mean, it's just crazy when you have to.
This downtime like that, though, is a good time to build unity among the team.
It is. It is. We try to always make our girls stay together, and I tell you, we started it as soon as we got finished last year. Once we made it back, with what girls we had coming back, we start preaching we're gonna become one again, and that was the key for us last year. Was those girls really loved one another and wanted to play hard for one another, and that's what we try to instill that, and I think the girls buy in each year, and they carry on with that.
When you take over a program like you did and following the coach that you're following, it's a pretty tough job, but it doesn't hurt to have a Jones guy standing around, does it?
He's definitely good for us, that's for sure. I tell you, I don't do anything or have to go anywhere that he's not right there with me, and he gladly does it, and he loves it, and he loves the girls, and they love him, and it definitely would not be the same without him, for sure.
He's been doing it for quite some time.
Yes, sir. I think he started the year after his baby girl graduated. I don't remember what year that was, but that was the year he started helping Coach Reeves.
And has stayed with it,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He told me, he said, as long as you do it, I'll do it. I was like, all right, let's go.
Boy, that takes a load off of you, don't it, in a hurry?
It does.
Have somebody that you can...
Have someone that you can trust, that you know is going to be there no matter what. That's always big.
He could almost coach the team if he needed to.
Oh, absolutely.
If you were out war day or something like that, had to be.
There's no doubt. He could run it and we wouldn't miss a beat, that's for sure.
That makes you feel a lot better, too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, when do you actually start your season?
Our little JV team's going to be in a round robin tournament on the 18th, which is President's Day. We played in Ayrton there, and then the varsity starts that Thursday, the 21st. We'll be in New Brockton for a JV varsity.
I remember looking over the schedule right quickly. A lot of travel this year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. this is probably the first year that since I've been here that I know we actually have a full schedule. Varsity has 18 games and 7 tournaments, and the JV's 14 and 5. So, you know, it's a full schedule.
When you say 7 tournaments, you could add another 21 games in a hurry.
Absolutely, and you hear of softball teams playing 50 and 60 games, and that's where they
and
make
that
it
could
up.
and that could happen, huh?
That's where you get your games in softballs on the weekends.
Wow.
Yes.
Just there goes Friday and Saturday.
There they go. There they go. I didn't plan it like this, but once we got finished with the schedule, we looked down and we saw during the month of March. Talk about us being young. Here's a coach's nightmare. We have one day a week that we practice, and that's on Wednesday, which is a short day because of church for us anyway, you know. But we play games on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So the whole month of March.
You'll be learning while you're playing.
That's right. That's right. That game experience is where we're gonna get our coaching in and stuff for the month of March anyway. So
don't get tired. Don't get uptight on the score.
That's right. That's right. It's a long road, and softball is different than most sports. It really only matters if you're playing good towards the end of the season. So you know, from a coaching standpoint, you want to be playing good right off the bat. But,
sure.
It really doesn't matter.
The reality.
As far as the future comes. So.
Not many on the bench.
No, not many on the bench. We're probably looking at 10 and 10 varsity, 10 JV when we play our first one. So most mamas and daddies are going to be happy. Everybody's baby's going to get playing time, and so, and that's not a bad thing. You know, people look at it and say, "Oh man, you're going to struggle." Well, if injury bug don't hit us, we're gonna be okay.
Right.
If that hits us, then
it's
gonna be pretty bad. So we're gonna try to take care of ourselves. And
we had enough injuries in the football season.
Yeah, that took care of every sport. That's right. Yeah, that took care of.
I don't think there's been one in the basketball that I'm aware of.
Knock on wood, I don't think so. So
yeah, that took care of all of them.
Yeah.
I hope it took care of even football for the next 10 years.
Yeah, that covered it for a couple of years, for sure. For sure.
While we're talking about that briefly, your own football coaching staff too, that was trying times there for 10 games, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They did,
gut check, wasn't it?
It was. But I really think that it's going to help us down the road because we had some younger kids that had to play. That in a normal situation probably wouldn't have. So I think they're going to be able to contribute a year earlier than even what they expected.
I think y'all's openness about the having to play young people and it helped tremendously. And I know one thing, we got blessed by having the superintendent doing color, and he was so good at explaining a 9th grader against a senior on the field, the difference in the strength and all that. And I think the public really understood what y'all were facing. And for 0 and 10, you didn't get criticized like you would think normally. People understood and supported it.
Right. Well,
you're very blessed there.
Right. If the criticism started, all they had to do was come on a Friday night, look at the sideline, and when you got more in blue jeans and a jersey than you do football pants and a jersey, then you know that you're in a bad situation, and that's what we.
A few times I thought some of the coaches were going to have to play.
Well, I wouldn't have been one of those, I promise you. I would have stayed in the box where I would have been.
But it still was a learning curve for all the coaching staff. It branches over to your sports too. You learn how to grow from a loss.
That's right. That's right. Adversity, it changes things. And it makes you look at things from a different perspective, and it makes you really appreciate when things are going good for you. For sure, things that you may take for granted. If you don't have seasons like what we had this past year and stuff. So,
when y'all met after the Friday night game and you came back and met as a coaching staff, I know y'all probably all were in a down mood when you got together. But then when you reviewed everything and saw how good some of them young players really played against powerhouse people, y'all probably left feeling a lot better.
Well, we did. Once we were able to have time to step back and look at everything that took place throughout the season, it sort of brought on a different light, so to speak, you know, and really made us stop and realize what the future is going to look like.
Appreciate them young kids stepping in.
And then you realize that you do have ninth graders going up against everybody else's juniors and seniors, and those 2 or 3 years right there in the weight room, and you know, maturity and mentally and all that, that makes a big difference.
And those kids from mid-season on that didn't quit, boy, I tell you. And,
that's right.
And none of them quit mid-season on.
That's right.
None of them.
That's right. It says a lot about
character. Didn't have no coaches quit either.
That's right.
I've seen that happen too.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, unified, and
that's right.
And I think it's bleeding over to the other sports, and you know, the cheerleaders doing what they just done, and now the basketball team doing what they've just done. It bleeds over to the other sports, doesn't it?
It does. It does. Success is something that if you compete in sports, that's what you're wanting to obtain. And you know, once one season has that success, the next one you know, reaches for it and realizes that, hey, we can get that too. So it makes it easier to work for it, you know, and you see the bigger picture of things anyway.
And we want to remind people, our players out there, more and more coaches talk about dual sports too. So if you played basketball, it might be time to look at softball. Or I noticed in basketball, they have some people in the band playing.
Yeah.
So that's what it takes in small schools, doesn't it?
That's right. We have to share.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
We have young ladies that play volleyball and vice versa. You know, we got one that will start somewhere on the softball field on the 21st, and she was in Orlando cheering last weekend. So, you know, she still hadn't swung a bat, put her glove on, or anything. So, I mean,
but y'all work together on that, don't you?
That's right. That's just part of being a part of the small school community, and you know, we have to share athletes. So that's the way it goes.
Get to know them quite well, don't we?
That's right. That's right.
I know another thing all you coaches are concerned about is not just the athletic ability, but their ability in the classroom.
That's right. We tell ours on the softball field all the time. It doesn't matter if we get finished with practice at 4:30 or 7:30. You are still a student. You know, make sure that you are doing what you're supposed to do in the classroom. You know, carry yourself in a manner in the hallways that, you know, I'm not better than anybody, but I know how I'm supposed to act, you know, because you are looked up to, you know, sort of held to a higher standard, and that's just what you're expected to do.
And with the technology like the teachers have now, you pretty well know what they're doing in class.
Oh, yes. Just with one press of the button, we can find out, you know, if somebody's cutting up in class or not acting like they're supposed to, for sure.
Wow. The watchful eye of the coach and the teachers.
That's right. That's right.
But that's part of it, man.
It is.
Yeah. And another thing that we have to remember here in OP, our coaches have a family life, and we have to let them do their duties in city and church and all that, and leave them alone when they're out with their family. You know, I know you'll talk softball with about the girls about any time. But sometimes when you're out with your wife and child, it's not time to talk about softball right then, is it? You have to be all honest. I know you would, yeah.
Right, yeah. We'll talk about it anytime, anywhere, to anybody. You know,
yeah.
My wife, she loves it too.
Oh, okay,
she loves going on the weekends.
That helps, man.
My little girls love it.
She's being raised that way.
Well, they all they love it. So we'll talk about it anywhere.
Yeah,
I'm gonna talk about it every Sunday morning. Because when we get finished playing on Saturday, my dad's going to ask me at church on Sunday morning about how'd we finish up, you know. So we're going to talk about it every Sunday.
He's an old coach too, isn't
he? He is. Yeah. He is.
Yeah. So you was raised with it, huh?
Been doing it a long time.
Yeah.
Playing and all of that. So.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, we hope people get out and support the girls, and I know one thing that I'm working with, and working with Superintendent Smithart, we're trying to get a press box up there for the girls' field.
That'd be nice.
Need one.
Yeah.
If you've not ridden by there lately, ride by there and check it out. It's
feels great.
It's we've made some improvements,
Mhm.
you know, on the way it looks and stuff. Just trying to give the girls something to be proud of, and you know, something that they're willing to play hard on every day, and it really looks good. The parents have done a great job with some help in the community.
They also serve good food like the other places now.
Yes, sir.
I'm
Absolutely.
getting to be known as the best hamburger in town.
Absolutely. I mean, we can feed you pretty much any day any night during the week.
Well, to be honest, with both parents working and all and getting to the game, that's probably going to be supper.
And that's absolutely. And that's the easiest way to do it. That's exactly right.
And serve good food for that instead of that. Well, I've been to places, you know, but Op serves good hamburgers, man.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah.
Baseball games, softball games. You can't beat a hamburger at either place.
That's right.
Hot dog's not bad, but I like the hamburger.
The
Gosh,
hamburger.
I like the hamburger.
The hamburger.
Yeah. Well, Coach, we wish you the best this season, and anything we can do here at the radio station, by all means. And when we get looking at the schedule, I got to get me a play-by-play guy. I don't want to have to do it all. I can do it. My problem is when I'm set. Now, girls doesn't take long. I can do the girls game and be done in a hurry. I really don't mind doing the girls game. But the boys game, when it gets dragging at 2 and 3 hours, I get thinking about all the other things I should be doing at the station.
Right.
That back of the head.
That's right.
I do actually enjoy doing the play-by-play, but then my old brain, when it gets slow, it starts thinking about other things, and then I say, man, I need to be paying somebody to do this instead of Robert.
That's right. Well, before we get off the air, let me mention our camp this weekend.
Oh, yeah. That's Friday?
That's Saturday.
Saturday
morning from 9 to 12 across the driveway here at the complex fields for kindergarten through 6th grade students. It is 25 per camper. Walk-ins, you know, just walk-ups or, you know.
Be there at 9?
Be there, you know, around 8:45.
8? Okay.
So we can get you signed up and stuff, get your emergency stuff down before we actually get going. But as of right now, we're looking at about 50 that have already signed up for it. So we'll have a good number of young ladies running around Saturday morning.
Camps are good for kids, isn't it?
It is. It's a learning experience for them, and I'll be honest, it gives us coaches a chance to see the future coming. You know, we spotted some last year that we were like, what grade are they in? You know, and I mean, it's good, and I let the girls run it. You know, under our supervision, obviously, but all they do drills that we do every day. So I mean, they're familiar with them, and
see, I'm a big advocate of camps instead of the what is it, on the road to those travel teams?
Travel ball.
I'm not a travel ball fan at all. At all.
Yes, sir.
I see too many downs on it. But I am a full camp. More camps you can go to, better it helps you.
Right.
Because everybody's got a different way of doing things, hasn't they?
That's right. Everybody's got their own opinion on how things need to be done, and how you should be doing this and doing that or whatever. So, I mean, it's just a matter of finding the one that you're comfortable doing, the one that fits you the best, and that's what you need to do.
I've seen coaches want to set certain way in the box and all that, blah, 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 which, you know, that's the starting point.
That's right.
But the kids got to find where they feel the best, don't they?
That's right. That's right. I tell them all the time, Mr. Robert, by the time we get them, we're not going to change you. You know, we may tweak you just a little bit, but I mean, at this point, it's too late to change. You know,
They ain't no change, huh?
They've started at an early age, and once you develop those habits, that's what you have. But yes, it'll be good. And like I said, anybody that hadn't signed up yet that wants to, feel free to just come on about 8:45 Saturday morning and just bring your softball stuff, and we'll get it going on.
Coach, I know it's going to be a successful camp, and I really feel you're going to be a fun season. Anytime you get young ones and you see the eager of learningness and the eager of being successful on the field, that brings a real accomplishment to you.
Right.
Yeah. So I wish y'all the best season, man.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming out this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Trip, tell me about a basketball game last night.
That was a pretty big one.
I know you've been excited since the game.
It was.
You hadn't slept
when
all
I
game.
got there, I went to sleep pretty early. But when I got there about 6:15, it was there were already 2 and 3 rows deep in the parking lot.
Really?
At 6:30, the stands were full on the home side.
That's great, wasn't it?
I don't think I'd ever seen it full that early.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so full they had to sit behind the team all the
Right.
way over there to where we were at the scores table. And
Was student body there and the adults, or adults and
there were people there I had not seen at a basketball game in years. That was just anybody you could think of. There were students that I went to school with that were there. There were students that their parents were there. They had their kids there with them.
grandparents.
Oh yeah, there were grandparents there.
They're there all the time, though.
Oh,
You're
yes.
used to grandparents.
The student section was loud, not as loud as they were against Andalusia, and that makes a lot of difference.
Yeah.
I can just say I went to 2 sub-region games in 2 days, and I could tell what a home crowd looks. Feel the difference is there.
Yeah. Is that what fired them up in the fourth quarter?
I think so. And the fact that they just the other team just it rattled them. The first half they were the other team that.
How about their big guy fouling out? What happened there?
He did.
That's surprise.
He got 2 offensive fouls called on him.
Really?
One was obvious, and the other one that he fouled out on was an offensive charge. And Coach Evers has been working with him. I think
handling?
About midway through the season,
Uh-huh.
I'd say before the last 4 or 5 games, he started working with them on how to take a charge.
Okay.
And we have probably drawn at least 5 in between the area tournament and last night.
Uh-huh.
And their Serbian kid, Houston Academy Serbian kid, fouled out with about 4 minutes to go.
He's a big college prospect.
And he is, and he had 30-something points on us when they played in the regular season. Now, we played him in the regular season.
Yeah.
And he was held to 15 last night.
What a job.
And they had one other kid that made 4 threes, and he had 12. That was the only people they had in double figures.
Really?
And we clamped down on him. Coach Evers put one guy on him, and he stayed on him the whole time. Got 4 good fouls too.
Outstanding.
We kept the ball from him, and a lot of times especially in the second half, he'd just go up and just throw it up there and fall to the ground expecting to get fouled.
And didn't happen.
And they didn't call it.
Yeah.
He got away with it once, I think.
Yeah.
But he would just throw something up there and run into our guy and try to get a foul called, and their coach and their fans were getting upset because I was watching thinking
Our guys were freezing, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, our guy's just standing there. I said their guy's trying to. He's trying to initiate the contact.
Yeah.
But we did. We had a plan for him, and we ran it pretty well.
I thought it was cool the coach cutting the net down.
Yeah, that he didn't even want to do it. Actually, it was Hightower.
Coach Hightower.
Hightower and Smithhart said, "Do you need to do it?" It was the last game there, and we could always find another net. But it was our last game there, and every game now is on the road at a neutral site.
He'll never forget that, man.
It meant a lot, and I think he's probably got it up at the Parks and Rec office. He's probably got the net. He needs to have it mounted. I mean, it's it's the first time we'd ever hosted a sub-region game, and to win it the way we won it, was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I knew this group had. We're actually probably a year ahead of what I think everybody was thinking next year would be our run.
Yeah.
But they have definitely the last few games we've caught fire at the right time.
The end of the season where you won it.
We did. It all started with beating Strawn in overtime.
This team's been in a lot of close games during the season.
They have,
and won them. That really helps you confidence, don't it?
It does. I think we've had. I counted 5 games we won at the buzzer or on the last play.
Yeah. That develops the team.
I'll go back to early in the season. We won a game against a very good Florella team who gave my brother all he could handle last night.
Yeah.
And beat them at the buzzer. We had beat Red Level at the buzzer, and they were much improved this year. beat Strawn. Ended up beating them in overtime, but we needed a buzzer shot to get to overtime. And beat Andalusia at the end. And won the area title on pretty much a buzzer beater.
And we had a 3-quarter in there somewhere, didn't we?
That was Andalusia.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, we beat them with we made that with like 2 seconds left. So.
Wow.
The area title, it was just a scramble for the ball. I know everybody's seen the video. It was a scramble for the ball. Mayor Becky shot that. And Caleb Hinton came up with it, just put it up there, and it
went right in.
We get the roll. We have gotten the roll 2 or 3 times this year.
You've got to have a little luck.
You do.
Yeah.
And I said last night, I said our area was so even that it should have came down to something like that.
Yeah.
And both teams from our area, Slocum played in the sub-region game and won last night too, on a buzzer beater in Brundage. So both of us are going to Montgomery.
So we actually might see them again.
We might see them for a 4th time, yes. But we'll have to.
We got Pike County.
Bullitt County.
Bullitt County. Now Bullitt knows how to play basketball.
They do. We're no strangers to them.
We may laugh at them at football, but don't laugh at them at basketball.
Yeah, that's their sport.
Yeah.
We've played them before. I know none of these kids played them. We were back when we were in 4A.
Yeah, in our division. Yeah.
They were in our area.
Yeah.
Several times. We did beat them the last time we played them, but that was 10 years ago. But we have played them.
Yeah.
We've played them several times. Matter of fact, me and Coach Casey talked about it last night because he was the coach when we played them.
Have there been any mutual opponents? Have you quickly looked at that yet?
I don't know if we've played anybody they have.
Okay.
I haven't really looked at their schedule, but they seem like it's probably going to be an even game.
Okay.
Just by their record, I don't think they're maybe as good as that team we played last night.
No, really?
So just record-wise,
okay.
that was a good, fundamentally sound team we played.
Oh yeah.
They moved the ball around very well. We got under their. I don't know if it was the crowd or the fact that we guarded their best player, but we got under their skin pretty early.
Does Bullitt County have a house like that guy?
I have not seen.
Probably all 5 of them. To be honest, usually.
If they play like they did when we played them last time, they're going to run down the floor and shoot it, kind of like my brother's team does. Play man-to-man defense the whole time.
Yeah.
We had to play them one year when they were state champions.
Yeah.
And then 2 or 3 years later, we beat them 2 out of 3. And they had lost everybody.
Yeah.
But we beat them 2 out of 3 and put them out of the playoffs one time.
Yeah.
So it'll be a pretty even matchup. I mean, and everybody's playing, and this is something unusual. Everybody's going to be playing it is a true neutral site because nobody's played at Garrett Coliseum.
Yeah.
So this is the first year they've had it there. It was in Dothan for about 5 or 6 years, and it was in Mobile.
Oh gosh.
And for several years, when the girls made it down there one time, it was in Mobile, and now they've moved. There's 2 regionals in Montgomery now, the southeast and the southwest, and we're in the southeast, and we're matched up with some of the teams around Auburn, including them. And
if we get by Bullitt County, who would
it would be it could be Slocum again.
That'd be cool.
And whoever, I think they've got Pike Road, as a matter of fact.
Pike Road, okay.
I don't know if they're recruiting or what, but they've only been a varsity program. This is their first year, and they're in the regionals.
Well,
I don't think their area was all that good.
They got the capability to recruit if they want to.
They do, and I think they've gotten a lot of recruit. They haven't gone out and recruited. It's not a private school; it is a public school.
Yeah,
but that Pike Road community is growing so fast. They just the people are moving out there.
Yeah.
The ones that can't afford to send their kids to St. James or Trinity or Alabama Christian, the private schools in Montgomery are going out there. I watched their JV team. They had a B team. Came over and played in the Red Level tournament a few years ago and won 2 games.
Yeah.
The only team they didn't beat was Georgiana.
Yeah.
And my brother owns that tournament now, but that was the one team they didn't beat. And they won 2 out of 3, and it was a bunch of 9th and 10th graders.
Yeah.
So
okay. Cool.
They must have a pretty decent team, and now they're probably juniors and seniors by now.
Okay.
So
our chances are fair.
I think it's pretty even.
Yeah. Okay.
I think any of the 4 could go to Birmingham.
Okay. Okay. What we got to do? Win 2 games there?
Win 2 games there, and then we go to Birmingham to play at the BJCC.
And down to 4 teams there.
And that'll be the Final Four.
So just 2 games there.
So
Wow.
we're 4 wins from bringing the blue map home.
Wouldn't that be unreal?
And I've looked at all the brackets. I think 3A is probably the most even.
Yeah.
The
Well, you talking about putting pressure on a football team then.
I know. I got to thinking about that, and I was like, and I went, and I just know from being around the sports all these years, when we have a bad football season, we usually have a good basketball season. And we do. Several years.
And bands grow. I've noticed that.
We, this was a down year for us in football, but the last time we were like 1-9 one year.
Yeah.
And back when Coach Cassidy was coaching, and we were 15-11 in basketball, which is a good thing.
Oh yeah.
And I think one year we were 0-10 in football, and we beat Andalusia in basketball. That's the first time we'd beaten them in 10 years, probably up to that point. And
only you would keep up with that.
I get asked a lot. I do get asked a lot about it. I mean, if you look historically, we usually, when we have a down football year, we usually have a decent basketball year. The football rebound. I mean, just look at the team we beat last night. Houston Academy had won 1 game in 2 years.
Yeah.
And they went to the playoffs this year, so anything can happen.
Oh yeah.
You can't go from 1 year to the next.
We got to say something about our cheerleaders. They went to Orlando.
They did.
And came back with number 6.
6 in the entire nation.
And they placed. That's great.
And that's
we had a drop.
Awesome.
I understand we had a drop, but it was a very difficult thing they were doing. So it didn't hurt them that bad, but it was some points.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Anytime you have a mistake or something, that's going to hurt you.
But without that drop,
we could have been. Lord, who knows?
Yeah.
But we did get another state title. That's 3 in a row.
Yeah.
I said last night to somebody, I said, we've got to get some banners up in the gym. Now I will say this, Coach McVay's still here. The softball team does. The parents got together and bought some banners for the fence. If you've been to the field, they're there. We got to get another one for this.
It's already up.
Good.
Already up? Okay. They deserve it.
Area and region champs last year.
Yeah.
I think we need to have a little game between last year's senior class and 2015 senior class. A little alumni game. Because I hear arguments from both sides over who's better.
Well, Coach, expectation is high for our softball team. They're expected to win, aren't they? The parents and their sisters and brothers, I mean, it's all brought in there. They've won so long, they expect to win, don't they?
That's right. And
that's good.
It is good. And it comes with the territory of playing softball. I mean, if you play softball, you're expected to be good at it, and that is a good thing.
Yeah.
I think it weighs on the shoulders of the girls year round. You know, it makes them work harder because they do know that the expectations are very high.
And they saw their sister or relatives that all worked so hard when they were there too.
And they have that sibling in their ear saying, "Oh, we made it to Montgomery. What you gonna do?" You know, so that's a little
rub.
I've heard that ever since last year.
Yeah.
I've heard it from
nothing wrong with that.
I've heard it from the ones that just graduated. I've heard it from the ones that graduated like 3 years ago, as to who had the better playoff, who had the better run. You know, and each had their good moments. Last year, we had that run of I think 9 straight wins, 7 straight wins.
Yeah.
After losing the first area game, won 4 that day to win the area, won 3 at Gulf Shores. And then we got to Montgomery and we didn't play so well. And then 3 years ago we had a pretty easy area run. And we had one tough game I thought at Gulf Shores. Got to the state tournament and we did win 1 game, but we got blown out in the 2 losses. So last year we didn't get blown out in either game. They were pretty competitive the whole time. But it might be good to have just to see who's better. Because I guarantee you, we're doing the alumni baseball game. I guarantee you the girls.
You think it's a good money maker, huh?
Girls would want to get out of it.
He's putting it out there, Coach, for you to think about it.
He is.
Yeah.
And I know they would want to see who the better team. And I can tell you right now from about last year's baseball game, the older boys prevailed. So it'd be good to see it.
3-0. The older boys did.
It did, and they scored them all. I think in the first 2 innings.
One of them was
and
a
then
home run, man. Wow.
And then it got to be a pitcher's duel.
Yeah.
And you talk about some kids that's been graduated 9 and 10 years that were still out there playing like they were 17 again.
But some of them did play some college now.
They did.
Yeah. So
they're loaded with some. I mean, we've had some talent come through on both sides. Spring sports is always.
And our girls have had a
exciting.
lot to go to junior colleges. Well, you've got a lot going to junior colleges.
Got one all-star at Wallace right now.
Right now. So it's expected to do good, and sometimes it actually helps them go to college too.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
Because the college coaches are going to go to the teams that are successful first.
Yeah.
You know, and see
There's-
what's going on there and see who they got before they start branching out. So
Yeah.
We got one or two on there right now that'll be playing at the next level.
Already, huh?
So, I know. I can think of two right now that will be.
Yeah. Well.
Two pitchers.
Yeah.
Two of the pitchers I know will be playing. At
Well, I
the
know
next level somewhere.
Enterprise looks at our girls a lot. I know that guy. In fact, me and him's become friends. But I know he watches all totally and knows what's going on. And I'm sure LEW does. I guess I haven't talked to him that much. But those are just natural there.
Right.
Then we got some connections in Troy. Some connections up there. A lot of times, I notice this. A lot of times, the four-year college does like the girls to play in junior college first.
they do.
A lot of them do.
They do. That experience helps them when they get to that level because it's
Uh-huh.
the biggest thing is they're on the go all the time and they still have to maintain their grades.
Because
So
the academic
that's
problems
right.
over
That's right.
by the time they come to four-year college, they've done got the major things they got to get
That's
done.
right. And that junior
They
college
like that.
level, you know, gets them acquainted to that and
Uh-huh.
gets them used to it. They know what to expect before they ever get to the four-year university.
Yeah. And remember, girls, whatever Coach McMahon makes you do, it's a lot more in college.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Nothing.
They
I've
own
heard
you.
people-
They
I've heard-
own you.
I've heard kids come back after being at college. They say high school preparation is nothing compared to college.
Yeah. But
Did
y'all
you-
try to let them know that too.
Oh, we do. We do.
But they still got to have their social, and they still got to have their church. They still got that. So many things when they're still at home.
That's right.
But when they go to college, they own them. They become, once they sign that little contract, they own them.
That's right.
And they'll let you know they own you
Quick.
after you sign. They won't deal then.
That's right.
They kiss up to you then.
That's right.
Well, fellas, I've enjoyed it. Let's see. What we got coming up? We get Birmingham. Birmingham, what we hope.
Now, Birmingham's
Montgomery, then Birmingham.
Montgomery Saturday.
Uh-huh.
I think if we win, I think we play the next Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And then starting Monday, we've got spring sports hitting the ground.
And come out Saturday and watch the people try. These young girls train, and you put your eye on them too. You're welcome to watch. I know that. There's always something to do in Opp, Alabama, with these kids, and I know a lot of our retirees that came to Opp. They watch these kids. They get to know them in church or neighborhood and all that. They watch them in their sports and support them. And these kids know it. They recognize it too, don't they?
That's right. They do.
It means a lot to them.
It does. I tell you, I've seen more grandparents out at games than I think I ever have.
Well, when you
These
see more
last couple of years.
when you see more walkers and wheelchairs, you know
That's true. And last night, I think there was probably, I'd say there was over 1,000 people at the game last night.
Wow. Coach Hahn, know of that.
Oh yeah, he'd know because we made a pretty good gate. I've seen the gym packed more when we've played like Strawn or Andalusia because they'll bring a lot of people, but I don't think I'd seen as many odd people there. It was the entire side that we normally sit on, plus all the way behind the bench.
I think it also hit a good night. There was nothing going on except that.
Yeah.
I don't think we had anything going on.
It was one game, and it's something we had never done before. And
Because when I drove out of the driveway, I said, I need to go to the ball game, but I've been on these legs too long today. I better go on to the, I've been fighting these legs for about 2 months now, but we're getting there. We're getting there slowly. So I hadn't done much night activity. Get home and get them high.
The guy from the Andalusia paper came. He said he normally parks in the back, and he said that he said he drove around, I think, to where the teachers park at.
That's a good
in the back of it. In the back, he said I managed to find one space. That's how packed it was.
That's a good little walk from there.
It is. And when I went out, right when the game was over, real quick, and they were parked It was full. The armory was full. I don't know about around the building, but it was. I had not seen that many cars. About the only time I've seen the gym that full is during Meet the Bobcats. That's about the only other time.
That's a big night. That's
yeah. It, like I said, it was a huge support, and that definitely played into the game.
Yeah.
And I saw that with my brother's team up at Brantley. That when you have that crowd behind you.
Yeah.
And even the parents got into it a little bit.
Oh, sure.
And when you do have that crowd behind you, it definitely plays a difference.
There's no doubt about it.
And that's why
I may have to go to Montgomery Saturday.
There's plenty of room in Garrett to sit. I can tell you that. You won't have no problems crowding around.
You get nosebleed up there.
Yeah, you can sit anywhere you want to. I'm kind of anxious to see how they're going to have it set up because, like I said, that's not normally where you play a basketball game. So it's going to be new for everybody. Every team there is going to be playing there for the first time. It's the first year they've had it there, so it's definitely going to be a new experience for everybody.
Oh, they'll bring in the floor and all that. What they do.
Oh, they'll have the floor and they'll have it all dressed up. I went there for an event last year.
Yeah, they don't.
And I already saw the scoreboards up because I knew they were getting ready to do it. So
they
have it ready, but it'll probably be about like at Dothan.
Yeah.
But it'll give the kids, even though it's not really a college, but it'll give the kids that big stadium look.
Yeah.
When I go to watch my brother's teams play in the Final Four, I was like, I wish some of the op kids could come and just see this atmosphere and feel this crowd, and just they're going to get a piece of it Saturday.
I just want to go to Gulf Shores again, don't you?
Yes, sir.
That's the goal in softball.
I kind of know the way down there. I know some good places.
And that goal is attainable this year.
I know some good places to get food, and I've already spotted a few places I could if I had to stay overnight. Stay too.
I think that's one of the funnest things to do is to go to Gulf Shores.
We got senior citizens love to go down there, and they go ahead and book the motel and make a weekend of it and support the girls.
It is. I think that's one of my favorite things is the Gulf Shores every year.
I think so. I enjoy it too, no doubt about it. But guys, let's win Saturday and have a great camp Saturday. I'll come by and say hi to y'all and get a few pictures, put it on Facebook. I'm still trying to learn how to make sure I do pictures. You know, I'm an audio guy. I haven't learned this video thing. But it's very important to do that too.
Yes, sir.
Y'all have a great one. Thank y'all.
Thank you, buddy. You too.
Outstanding. Let me finish there. Oh, Trey Lacey was just watching. And post. No, we'll label it later. Coach, I heard that your dad was a good play-by-play guy.
He has been known to do it.
Would he be interested, you reckon? Would you ask him?
In the football?
Football. I know he's going to follow you on softball.
He does.
I need somebody that's baseball too, but I can do baseball. And I got my old, Jody Danvers coming back.
Do baseball?
Yeah. Okay. So I've got somebody good on this end.
And we need to get some softball games in this year.
Having him in station will get more done.
Yeah. We didn't have that many last year. We got to get some softball games in, especially the area games.
I'll ask him. I'm sure he will. I mean, he goes to them. And he loved
Best seat in the house.
And he loved it.
And we'll have good colors. And we'll probably rotate colors. But Smith on away games, I think they're so natural because he knew so much about the team and done such a good job. It was amazing.
Right.
And we had nothing but compliments from the city. People had the super something.
Right. That's it.
But home games, he don't need to be. He
Right.
did one.
Right.
Just to help us out.
Right.
But he don't need to be regular. And I didn't pay him. I just bought him some food because they're, that people would how does that come?
That's right. That's right. And I have an administrator that's going to help me coach JV softball that's doing it tonight just because he wants to do it. You got to be careful how you handle that kind of stuff. So.